we already divvied out, I believe. Like there
Mm.
was, we'd already decided that Silric, I think, got the manual of gainful exercise. I think
The strength thing, yeah.
gave strength, yeah. And like the amulet of, he already had an amulet of mighty fist, so I think that's actually in the party
What
sheet
does an
already too.
adamantine scroll case do?
That doesn't really do much. It's a storage container, so
Well, I mean, you can also use it to break doors and anything with less hardness than it.
true. I suppose you could use it as an
But at
adamant
that
an
point, I could
improvised
just
weapon.
like, could I just not like shoulder check since I have adamantine armor?
Yeah, you could do that too, I
If
suppose.
you have really thin arms, armor.
Um, yeah, you can use it to. It's just valuable, basically. Probably you guys will just sell it,
All right,
but
I'll just add it to the bag.
or you could put it in the portable hole. That was something that I didn't cover in that last. And when we were going over loot, I was looking it over while making sure everything that was supposed to be there was there. There's a portable hole as well, which is kind of like a even better bag of holding. Just don't put a bag of holding in a portable hole. That kills the portable hole and the bag of holding and all the stuff in
Gain
either one of them.
20 PF
It's an
hole.
emergency like kill something button.
True. Because I think it
Like
says
a cursed item that you can't
Everything
seem to.
everything within 10 feet of it gets like sucked into it.
Oh no.
yeah,
So
yeah.
then, how do you retrieve it?
You don't.
Well, yeah, if you decide to put a bag of holding in a portable hole, that destroys them both. You
No,
don't
I mean, how do you retrieve the portable hole?
Oh, well, the portable hole, like, you can just pick it up and, like, fold it up like a
Yeah.
handkerchief.
Mhm.
Like, and put it in your pocket. It has no weight and, like
Have you seen like those old
Think of
Looney
it like
Tunes?
cartoons.
But I thought you said everything within like 10 feet of it gets like sucked into it.
Yeah,
oh,
that's if you
only if you put
destroy
a
it.
bag of holding. Yeah, only if you put a bag holding in it, because they
Oh,
You will
okay.
die and everything else within 10 feet.
yeah, as long as you're just putting normal stuff in a portable holding, then it's fine.
I mean, okay, I can just carry it and then
Yeah.
last minute black hole for an emergency.
Sure, you could suicide a boss or something with it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely a last resort.
Yeah. Because it also destroys anything you have stored in either one of them. But yeah, basically the portable hole
Wait,
is
portal holes
how
that you get through walls.
now this one does just creates extra dimensional space. So this particular
Oh.
portable hole, like I can't remember, that's called something else, I think, the one you're thinking of. But this one just creates it's like a it's a pretty big space. It's like a 10-foot deep. Like you can even put a person inside of it and fold it up.
Mhm.
Um, although they'll suffocate if you leave them there too long. But
Not a dead person.
true, if you put a skeleton in it, you could probably put a few skeletons in it. In fact, I think. But yeah, that's basically how Cadro Costa got all this treasure in here. Like she had it in the portable hole and dumped it out and made a little nest. The other
Mm.
big thing, there was a scroll of miracle. It's in the sheet as well. That was in the scroll case. Um,
That I took.
all right, go ahead and grab it from the
Okay.
sheet then.
Where is it? Because it was
It's in
the
consumables.
the scroll was in like the little box that was a puzzle,
And
Yep,
you
it was
opened
in the
it.
scroll
and
case.
I figured it out. I solved the puzzle.
Okay,
All I know
umbrella.
is I took the ring of freedom of movement.
Yeah.
Is it in the scroll? Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Where
it
is
says
it?
consumables. In the
Oh, scroll of
consumables
miracle. There
tab,
it is.
yep, and just hit the loot button and it'll put it
Loot.
on your sheet. Anything you guys don't want to take, you can just leave it there. There's an option here to convert to coins. So, and you can put stuff back into here and it can convert to coins as well, as long as it has a value listed on the item. So, because we are going to be probably, I mean, it's up to you guys, but we're probably going back to Magnamar soon and having some downtime. So, um,
The shard of sloth has a really good like passive ability on it.
I know it's kind of silly that you basically don't get to use it though.
Well, yeah, it's really good. So it's the one that you don't get to use.
Yeah, yeah. Plus
Elixir of
4
second breath.
caster
That's pretty
level
good.
checks.
I'm gonna take that too. Stone of
I
good
can't
luck.
seem to grab the diamond.
You hit the button that says loot, and that lets you grab it,
I'm gonna
rather
take
than
the
trying to
stone of
drag
good
it.
luck as well.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't need anything out of here. Well, I could wear the lens of detection, but I don't
Yeah, go for it.
really care to it.
what are we gonna do about demon keys? Ooh.
Yeah, as I wrote in the description,
Demon.
you're not sure what these keys unlock, but they are very fancy looking. They're shaped like demons and made of fine dark wood and mother of pearl. If nothing else, they make nice ornaments.
I'll take it.
All 4 of them.
Oh.
There's
Yeah,
four of
yeah.
them.
Unless you think we should separate them.
I mean, they're sort of a set, I guess. All right, so let's see. The stone of luck gives me +1 to like all my rolls, right?
I think it's certain kinds of rolls. I can't see it because it's not in the sheet
Yeah, I
anymore,
took
but
it.
it should say in the description what it does, though. I believe if you might have to go in and check mark like equipped or something to actually have it calculate the bonuses onto your sheet automatically, but in theory it should do it.
I'm trying to find where it put it in my inventory. Oh, there it is. Okay. Does this +1 luck bonus on saving throws, ability checks, and kill checks?
Yeah, the stone of luck was actually with a stone of like bad luck inside of like a little weird uh like jar. But you guys fished out the stone of luck and
Stone
left
of
it.
not very good luck, huh?
It was a stone of weight, I think, actually. But yeah,
Oh.
it's a cursed item. But stone of, and that's actually if you're, if you fail to check, the stone of weight looks like a stone of luck.
Mm.
But then yeah, I think you guys might end up. You guys are talking about probably camping out here in order to prepare a um, plane shift
Planar, yeah.
to get back to Magmar. You think you're probably relatively safe here because um, none of the Languls
There
are gonna
was a
want to.
dragon here.
There was a dragon here, and the Languls are
Mhm.
terrified of it. So it's possible one might at some point become brave enough to try to go and like sneak over here and see what happened if you guys actually were successful, especially because you guys aren't. If you're not planning to go back, like the Languls.
Okay.
Okay, so this should be working.
Yeah, I guess Togbad could take the lens of detection.
He could. It'll make him look more intelligent.
Yeah. Does he have ranks in perception? Yeah, he's got a few. It basically double his perception score, actually, or yeah, his perception score would basically double.
Okay, yeah, my stone is working. +1 to rolls feels good. And then the shard. I mean, I assume someone takes the shard.
Probably whoever has the Iron Stone that goes with it.
Not it.
Which
Didn't we already determine this? Oh, damn it. It's not
it's up
me.
At some point, I think we did. I believe it was the incandescent blue sphere.
I mean, we're giving them all up anyways soon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So whoever has it takes it.
All right.
We put all our shit on the floor and then we try to figure it out.
Got all this huge, cliff face overlooking Lang, which is actually kind of terrifying. But uh, yep, 20-foot wide cavern opens into a high mountain ledge. The air is unnaturally still and cool. Mound of rubble into which an immense nest of sorts has been built sits against the cliffside to the south, but the view to the north is overwhelming, for here a ragged black mountain range extends to the horizon. In the distance, brooding upon the range's highest peak, is an unsettling and impossibly tall castle, its towers rising up as if a hand were reaching skyward towards the gibbous moon. And the entire time you guys are here, it stays night. Like
Hmm.
it never,
Okay.
the moon doesn't really go anywhere,
It's
and
quite nice.
there's never a sun that comes up. Yeah, maybe Rosalina
I
likes it
like it.
actually.
So our plan is to like rest and have Rosalina plane shift us back to the material plane, right?
Yeah.
Probably Rosalina or
All
Pilbo.
right.
Unless you want to
Well,
go somewhere else. Like a side quest? Side adventure?
I mean, I don't know where else we would go here. I think like
Have you ever
maybe
been to
we'll
the
just
Earth
stay.
plane?
Oh,
Sounds fun.
I'm in the mood for a familiar plane where I know that there's
Uh,
a bed
yeah, probably
and
no
a
beds in the Earth
shower,
plane. Yeah,
a
probably no
bath,
showers.
Yeah,
and people who will take all this money. Think of all
Togbad
the things I
also
could buy in
shrugs.
Magmar.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you all these things in Magnamar Togbad. That place is great.
All right. I'm sure Togbad will be a huge hit in Magnamar.
A large hit.
All right, yeah, you guys
I
can.
just imagine him going like, "Excuse me, pardon me," just
Oh
like
yeah,
trying to get through the crowd.
he probably would have a better time in Kermaga, just because like
Yeah.
How Kermaga is, especially like there's if he goes to like where the Algary's temple, for example, like that's actually designed for trolls normally, so like he'd fit right in there. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, they don't have anything like that in Magnamar, so he might be a little oversized for most of the stuff he encounters there. But
I mean, there's some
anyway,
parts of Magnamar that are kind of like gianty.
Ish.
hmm
Ish, yeah.
there's a giant bridge, so I mean,
Yeah.
he'll
You would
he'll,
fit on the
There you
he'll
bridge.
feel he'll feel small on that bridge, just like everybody else.
go.
But yeah, you guys are able to rest without being interrupted, and if you'd like, you can hit the button, refresh your spells, and all that.
Yay.
Um, Nothing interrupts you guys.
Good.
Rest.
I could raise this dragon before we leave and just leave it.
You
Last my
could.
spells are all messed up. Let me make sure they're good now. Yeah, okay. Do we prepare different spells today? I think we do.
Yeah,
I
up
mean,
to
the
you.
ghouls are probably eventually gonna find the corpse and eat it.
Probably.
That's fine. Actually, they were very generous to us that, you know what, we should reward them of
Go
this
tell them that
dragon.
there's like,
Yeah.
hey, there's a dead dragon here you can
Mhm.
cannibalize.
We didn't die, so you don't have to eat us, but
Yeah, where's more Cruft? What was his name?
Moorcroft, yeah, he's probably
Warcraft.
back at he's probably still back with the other Lenguils.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find him. Here, come over here, Rosalind.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go find Warcraft.
All right. Yeah, when you guys get back over to the that kind of grisly hall that they had over there, they seem surprised to see you, like, "Oh, you're back. What
Of
happened?"
course we're back. We slayed the dragon.
And Moorcroft looks at the others, is like, "See, I told you they'd do it. Very
And
powerful, yes."
we don't really care what happens to the body, so maybe you want to eat it. Yeah?
Oh, yes. Sounds great.
Okay.
We'll eat the dragon, and you guys can do whatever you do.
Well, for saving you, we ask that we be able to come and go from here whenever we wish,
Uh, yeah, that seems fine to me.
and
Lingles
for
Alright.
go over it.
delivering the corpse to you.
So we have a only eat us if we're dead deal.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. We'll do that.
Okay. Alright. That's fair.
As long as we're the ones controlling this temple, you may come
Oh
Oh
back
yeah,
yeah.
you can have the temple. We don't
If you
we
guys
don't yeah.
display the dead dragon somewhere, no one's gonna challenge you guys.
Oh yeah, put its skull up and like its
Mm,
spine
yes,
and
after
decorate. Yeah.
maybe the parts we don't eat.
Its wings might make really good leather.
The skull would be great, yeah.
All right, yeah, they follow you guys back, and begin devouring the.
Oh, we take the bling bling off the dragon.
Yeah, no, I think you guys already did.
Yeah, we did. It's part of like the treasure. No,
Yeah.
Planeshift is back. I don't want to watch them eating the dragon. It's gross.
It doesn't matter to me. Oh.
Okay, so you guys do that then, plane shift back.
Yes.
Yep.
Does plane shift take us wherever we want in the plane we're going to?
It doesn't
Sort
take you
of.
specifically, but hold up, actually,
Like, if I
I
thought
think I
about it,
have
would
to
I have
roll a
prepared, like,
percentage.
teleport or something this morning?
maybe, yeah. I mean, because you know that
I already have teleports, but
it takes you within a
Okay, then I won't worry
certain
about it.
like random range.
Yeah, okay.
So you guys probably don't actually end up exactly in Magnamar, but you end up close enough. Like you end up probably in the swamps nearby, and you have to either teleport the rest of the way or walk the rest of the way. But
that's fine. We're not really gonna do anything today that we're aware of.
mhm.
I do have this wonderful spell now called Overland Flight. So I can fly
Oh,
overland up to Kermaga
okay. Well, you can fly.
and
We're
not
gonna
take the
teleport.
tunnels.
True.
Or if you're teleporting, then I'll go with you in the teleport. Yeah.
We get a drink, be right back.
Okay. All
So it
right.
sounds like I haven't had to fly yet, so I won't cast it yet. Maybe later I will.
So yeah, you guys return back to Magnamar. It seems pretty much
Wait,
exactly
we're
how
at
you left it.
Magnamar. I was thinking we were at Kermaga because we were just talking about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you guys could go to Karamog if you want, but Magnamar
Yeah.
is where
Magnamar is where the people
Magnamar's
are.
where Sheila Heedmark is.
Yeah,
So
them.
Okay, then we go to the society, and since I still feel sheepish in the building, I sheepishly walk behind everybody else.
We go in and I'll escort Togbad around with us, and
yeah,
I regard anybody who like kind of like cocks a brow towards us with just very very polite indifference, like tip my hat and say
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how are
Like
you
acting like,
doing?
yeah, nothing to see here, guys. Because yeah, you do get some looks like one of the when you guys first come into the city, one of the unless you guys teleport directly into the city. I'm not sure if you guys did that or walked through one of the gates, um, but yeah, like one of the watch would have been like, uh, and if you're like, oh, he's with me, like you'll be like, keep an eye on that one. Then we don't want any trouble. But yeah, otherwise, as long as and Togbad's on his best behavior, and he's like looking around and
He's Tog good.
he's taking in all his sights. He's never seen this many people in one place before, because uh, like giant society doesn't have like any metropolises or anything, right? Like he's only really ever been in like smaller, like tribal kind of
Yeah.
living, and
I
he's
can't
never
say the same for Zabka. He's probably invisible, causing mischief somewhere.
probably.
Within reason. He's good at not getting caught and doing bad things.
Yeah. He's like doing like the cat thing where he sees like something on the edge of a table, so he goes over and knocks it over.
I mean, he probably is a cat. They can
Oh,
transform into like small animals,
that's true. He might be.
He might
or
turn
he's
into
just a
cat.
rat. You can have him be your pet rat.
No, he's off invisible looking at things that the society like holds.
It would be funny for the rat folk to have like a cat pet.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So
Nah.
we head to Sheila Heedmark and her manor
Okay. So Heedmark Manor
with
is
shards in tow.
right here on the map. It's when you get there, it looks like there's a lot of like people there actually.
Yeah.
It looks like it's pretty busy.
I tell him to like get out of my way politely.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like people actually start kind of like noticing shortly after you guys get there, like um and like you have a few people actually come up and like, oh my gosh, are you guys those Pathfinders that were collecting the shards? I read about you guys.
Oh. Why, yes.
Oh, is it that what's his name guy? Did he write things about us?
The writer,
Oh.
that adventure in the
Yeah,
book.
it
Great
was
little adventure
some
dude.
there's some notes published most recent Pathfinder journal from him, and also Karaya gave you like some very high praise as well.
Oh my.
Apparently you guys saved Windsong Abbey. I'd love to hear a firsthand account. This fanboy guy says.
I don't know if we have
I mean,
time
you
for
guys are probably
that.
very busy though, so
You
maybe
want my autograph? Yeah.
oh, that'd be great.
Okay.
But who are you?
Oh,
Shh.
I'm Fred.
Oh no,
I'm
no,
also
I
I'm
was
also
wondering if
True
they even
friend.
know who Rosalina is because she came in late.
no
It's
I read about Rosalina like got mentioned by Karaya in her article.
Okay, I guess she was here in book 4. Was it book 3 that we lost? Your other
Correct. That
character?
was book 3.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I sign away.
All right. He's very thrilled.
I look at the others. I've never done that before.
Yeah, it's fun being a celebrity. Just don't let it get to your head.
Sure, sure. She's like has this huge grin. Zobka's plan is working. Get
Yeah,
Rosalina to be a narcissist. Ooh.
we make our way through the crowds, even if they start to like I don't know, like get in our business. We navigate it
hmm
Yeah.
to get to the manor.
Okay. Yeah, and Yeah, so when they like somebody actually goes and lets Sheila know that you're and lets them know that you're or lets her know that you're here. So she comes in and finds you, and she says, "I hope you have good news."
Would
Um,
would we
uh,
be back if we didn't have good news?
maybe. Maybe not
Well,
all of us, though, if that was the
Well, the
case.
yeah,
first time we went out, we came back with terrible news.
but
So
the
Great
rest of
news!
the
We're
time,
all back!
the rest of the time, you guys have been pretty reliable.
Okay.
Well, let's just say that the time has come to discuss final payment because we've got the whole set.
Payment. We're getting paid? Wait. Really?
Fantastic.
I dare say we have the most valuable pieces of history that ancient Thassalon could offer.
Yes, come walk with me, and she brings you and gives you like some refreshments and whatnot.
Yeah, I
Nice.
ask for like a big picture for Togbad.
Okay.
This is Togbad.
Hello, Togbad. Seems just be careful. She takes you guys to like into like pretty open like parlor kind of area and then gets refreshments and such
Yeah,
served.
if he accidentally knocks anything over, I will catch it with my quick reflexes
Okay.
and sleight of hand it back into place like nothing ever
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
I'll just do some tricks with sleight of hand.
Yeah. Togbad looks extremely uncomfortable like inside the manor because it's everything's like so small
Yeah.
for him, but like yeah, he's all like kind of hunched over and like yeah, but Sheila she tells you she says I've been working on getting everything prepared that we need for reassembling the shattered star. But it's not quite done yet. We're currently in the process of excavating the shrine you guys found at the bottom of the crow.
So what is the purpose of putting this thing back together?
Well, I believe from my research that this item was a powerful weapon created by the founder of Thassalon, Emperor Shin. However, the reason it was split up was happened. It happened when the Rune Lords rose up and overthrew Shin and took him down. At least that's what I think happened. I believe each of the Rune Lords, at least originally, took one shard each. Although over time, of course, some of them were taken or lost, but none of them were ever able during the time of Thassalon to reassemble all of them again.
Oh. Perhaps that's for
Now,
the best, then.
Well, it's my belief that if we recreate the Shattered Star, it'll give us a weapon powerful enough to fight the Rune Lords if more of them should rise up. I don't know if you've seen some of that other stuff that
oh,
we've
by the way,
recently
this is
learned.
Sorshin. Oh no, she already knows, right?
Who knows about that?
oh,
Yeah.
by the way, now that we're like mid conversation.
But speaking of
So she
Sorshin,
already
we've
knows.
we've recently learned that supposedly Sorshin might be underneath Corvosa.
What?
That shouldn't be news to you guys. You guys actually learned that too.
yeah,
Hmm. Now, this thing is a weapon, you say?
Correct. I don't know exactly how it functions, but I believe it was intended to be used by multiple people. The today most people know of the Thessalian Empire as being a place of sin, right? But it wasn't always that way. The original Thassalon, I believe, was supposed to be a more virtuous kind of place. Shin founded the empire because he believed that Aslan was corrupt um, and wasn't able to take advantage of other people's. Besides the Aslantes themselves, it wasn't able to take advantage of other people's strengths.
Okay.
It's all speculation, of course.
Right.
This
But
is very long time ago, but
speculation aside, um, I think I'm a bit hesitant to just recreate a powerful weapon. So, who's gonna have this?
I mean,
well,
sure be neat though.
I was planning to suggest to the council that we're forming um, for this that you be the key ones to keep it.
Wow, such responsibility.
But yes, some of this information has been stuff that we've uncovered. You remember Andal, of course. He went back to continue looking through more of the ruins that you uncovered with another group of pathfinders, and uncovered this information about Sorshan. Apparently, she's underneath the city of Corvosa in some sort of labyrinth or something.
Oh, let's keep
We
it
think
there.
we think she might be. It's possible that she's did something similar to what Karzog did, and it's going to come back and out of stasis at some point. And we want to be prepared. I think that having a group of powerful heroes with a powerful magical artifact would be the just the thing we need.
What would we call this powerful group of heroes? Some kind of power
Power
squad or
heroes.
power task force?
Maybe. I mean, I think that it probably would come to you to choose the name, though.
Power rascals.
Well, I'll give you a point for not saying I will I will take this weapon.
Maybe you guys could be called Togbad's troopers.
No. Togbad,
Make
no.
Togbad the leader.
No. Well, maybe that might get him killed so that I can turn him into a mummy. You know, yeah.
Lamashtu's friends.
Lamashtu's friends.
I mean, I don't know
Not
much
that
about
one.
Lamashtu,
I
but
think we should keep religion out of it, honestly. I think that's
eh.
probably best.
Is it
We don't want to
religious if it's a
alienate people.
lifestyle?
It's
That's
a way
true.
of life, man.
But yeah, we can probably have the shrine excavated in within a week if you want. But if you want more time than that to prepare, that would be also fine. There's a lot of high-ranking members of the Pathfinder Society that want to be here in person to see this. Um,
And this would be the shrine that the forge is in.
this was the shrine you guys found way back in book one. That was at the bottom of the crow piling.
Okay. And this is where they think that
Wait.
they can do the thing with the
Well, they're
Sahedrin.
gonna they're gonna pull that shrine out, and they're gonna do it in here in Magnamar. We're
Okay.
thinking
We're gonna
that
make it a spectacle.
perhaps, but we're
Wow.
thinking we're gonna do it on top of the old bridge, um,
Uh-huh.
so that way, if something unexpected happens, there's plenty of space to react.
Well, because you're suggesting that, I'm expecting something unexpected.
That's good. You should always expect the unexpected. It's something that all good Pathfinders believe, I think.
Oh, okay. When do you plan to do this?
Within a
Eh,
week, I think.
well, we can if we want to accelerate it, we can have it done within a week, but
Okay, well, take your time then.
honestly,
You
if we do it a
said
little bit
certain
later,
people wanted to show up. Is it wise to have people around that?
um I think so. It's probably better to have more people just in case like more people means you have more knowledge and more resources.
Do you trust these people?
Of course.
Hmm.
At least enough that, I mean, we'll keep our eye on them obviously, but for the actual like reforging, I'm only going to put we're only going to have people that we trust the most, inner circle as you might say. If you'd like, you can help me come up with who will be representing the inner circle.
No, that's okay. But if something goes wrong, I know who to blame at least.
She kind of frowns at that.
Our rat friend is still very new at integrating into, society.
No, it's fine. I understand. I think. Um, but yeah, of course. If you'd like any of the other treasures you found, we can coordinate with the greater Pathfinder Society to find buyers for them, even in extended markets.
Wait, find buyers for what?
Any other treasures you found?
Oh, yes, we did find treasures.
Because I
Lots
know
of
that
them.
we might not have buyers within Magnamar itself for everything you've found, but using some of my contacts within the Pathfinder Society, we can probably
Yeah,
find buyers in places like Absalom or
got a lot of stuff in my bag of
distant
Ooh.
holding.
Yep. Yeah,
Mm.
bring them from
Chatapashima.
far and near, because we got some stuff.
Okay. So yeah, out of character. Basically, anything you guys want to sell, we can put. You can either put it into the loot sheet, and I can hit the convert to coins button, assuming that the item has a value listed on it.
All right.
And then anything else that, or if you have stuff that you added that doesn't have a value on it, we'll just figure out 50% value, obviously, and divide that out and everything. But
Um, if you're doing 50% value, it's easier for me to just total everything up first because it's all in Hero Lab.
yeah, no, if you have stuff in there, like the stuff you can do that way too. The stuff
Okay.
that's tracked there, you don't have to put it in the loot sheet. You guys can just
Okay.
you can just give the party the value, and then the ones that are still in there, I'll just convert those. But if
So I have
anybody
a
else has stuff they want to put in there too, like
cracked crystal ball. Oh, is it? That's all it says is cracked crystal ball. I think it had a value. I can't really quite remember why I have this, but
the
uh,
cracked crystal ball, think I think I remember that. Let me see if I can find it.
okay.
Oh, I have stuff. You said we're putting it in loot, right?
Yeah, anything if you want to put it in loot, that'll work. I think Ron's just gonna total up his stuff and give us a value,
Where's
but
our coins in our sheet?
um, I think it's in
It's in inventory. It's at the top.
inventory, the bottom, or it's at the top.
Yeah, it's at the top.
Oh, it has it up
Okay.
there too. Yeah,
Okay, I have
currency.
nothing up there right now, so that's good.
I have a ton of this stuff. I need to
I
convert
need to
all
use
my
these
my
scrolls.
coins.
I
I'm gonna
still
go
have
to the
like
bank.
polar bear, cone of cold, wall of ice, ice storm.
Yeah, keep those.
Yeah. I just need to find an opportunity to use them.
Oh, you will. You will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bank and convert my coinage into gold.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
Meh. I'm using
But
Hero
yeah,
Lab, so it's whatever.
the anything you guys want to buy or sell, like you don't necessarily get the money right away, but like nothing's gonna happen during the couple weeks. So you'll get that stuff like without
Yeah.
problem.
I put the crystal ball in the loot thing. I'm not sure though why I grabbed it. Maybe it was because it was just redundant, and I was like, "I'll take it."
No, it was an actual item. I just
Oh, okay.
can't remember. I'm trying to find it here. Maybe it was in the last book actually.
That wasn't the thing that makes us
Also,
sleep better at night, was it?
I've
No,
never had that. I
that
I
guess
was
have
you
the
the
can't
sensor.
sense.
yeah,
Ah, okay.
incense burner sensor.
I'm keeping that because I feel like this would
Yeah,
be
yeah, for
really
sure.
useful. We're gonna set aside
Question:
in scroll case though.
should I have approximately 12,000 gold, or should I have significantly more than that?
No, that's about how much I have too. I've got like
Yeah, it's about how much
13,000
I
right now.
have.
You'll have more once a bunch of the stuff gets
Yeah, I was
sold.
just not sure because it looked like my GP was at 0, and I don't think it was, or something happened. Whenever you click the convert button uh in this thing Foundry, does it
Mhm.
convert gold to silver if you click the silver button? I guess I can find out. Oh, it does. That's why it said 0. Okay, it all makes sense.
Okay.
Because I thought the arrow goes one way, so I thought it would, if I click the button next to silver, it would convert copper to silver, but it converted copper and gold to silver.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, wait, my gold isn't here. What's happening?
Got eaten by a foundry.
Yeah, we're good.
Let me check the previous book. 'Cause maybe it's in. Maybe it's in the previous book. Right
Oh
on the
yeah, that's right. We gave
table.
Togbat a headband of mental prowess.
Okay, so hold on here. Let me get these out of my sheet first.
Pluto, which
Delete.
ability scores is this headband of mental prowess on him increase?
Charisma, I think.
Oh, charisma intelligence. I see it.
Delete.
Yes, good.
Oh, I need to add the ring.
Where the hell do I put him? Oh, create attack, I guess.
PF magic items.
I'm gonna
There
get
we
him a
go.
cloak.
Evasion. No. Ring.
I'm gonna get him a
Oh.
+2 cloak for 4,000. Let's see, where can I find a +2 cloak?
Oh,
This
shit! I never made
compendium.
one of these before.
Okay. Oh, I closed that on accident.
When making
I
a
found it.
weapon.
Pop out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right. So it is. Oh, I is roll. How many people we got? 5.
5. Yep.
That much
I'll
total
figure
to
it out.
each person.
Okay. And that was from just the stuff that Pilbo sold, from the bag of holding.
And that's in platinum pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So the cracked crystal ball is a crystal ball per the item crystal ball, except that it has the broken condition. Which means it will probably not function correctly unless you get it fixed. If you use a spell like Make Whole or something like that, you probably could fix it though.
Make whole fixes magical items?
I
Yep.
believe you have to have Make Whole. If you try to use Mending, it won't work. But
Or is it make whole greater?
either one, I think,
I
works.
think both can fix magic items.
Okay.
So, hold on. That
Let's see if we want to do that.
6,348, that's how much Bilbo sells?
That's a total everybody gets after he
Oh,
divides up.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
it's
stuff
so we can
useful.
scry. We'll have a crystal ball and we can scry. Ooh.
that's quite a bit there.
Yep, and this is just the basic crystal ball. Very valuable item though. It's worth 42,000 gold, but if you fix it.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't fix it, it actually causes
And
you.
you
It
just need
still
like craft
works
wondrous item to do it, right?
to fix
Doesn't
it.
Jace have that?
I think, like I said, I think just make whole will do it too.
Oh well.
Does that something Pilbo can learn? Zopka doesn't know
Yeah,
that.
Pilbo can prepare make whole. It's on the cleric spell list.
Oh, good. I don't have to worry about it then. I doubt it's on Magus, but who knows?
But yeah, if you didn't fix it, it still functions, but it causes 1d4 points of intelligence damage each time you use it. So
But we could probably sell it for like a lower market value. But if Pilbo fixes it,
I say
then
just repair it.
we can get the
yeah,
full price. Yeah.
as I was saying, Pilbo probably can just do it. It's a level
I
2
want to do
spell.
this. I don't know how to do this. What do I do? What? No.
Unless there's some reason Pilbo would be like, I refuse. Crystal balls are against Lamashtu's religion.
I need to get a wand of reduced person to make Todd bad fit places.
That would be one way to do it. But yeah, while you guys are in Magnamar, like you actually, it's not like super common because, but like you actually have people sometimes on the street recognize you as like, oh,
That's right.
because you guys are have become much more well known, especially around Magnamar, because there's like a bit of like because you guys are basically based out of Magnamar, and then come from or working from the Magnamar Pathfinder Lodge. Um, like it's sort of like how people root for their local sports team. They're
Hmm.
rooting for their local Pathfinders.
That's right.
But yeah, during the next couple weeks, also if like Jace wants to do any crafting, he probably could teleport to the Windsog Abbey,
Yes, that will be occurring.
do some crafting there.
Oh man, I give up. I don't even.
What were you trying to
Trying to
figure out?
configure a freaking weapon is obnoxious.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pass. I'm probably not going to use it, but I got that flaming spear now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it does come up and you don't have it configured, you can just roll it manually. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal. There's a decent chance that's what I would do too. So
So yeah, I don't really have anything else to sell. I'm gonna keep the diamonds, so that if we need diamonds for diamond spells, which
okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit this convert to coins button here.
All right.
Did that
yay.
work correctly?
Well, it definitely got rid of them.
It did something.
Oh, it says
I have
receives.
0731 GP received.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to my hero lab because that's where I'm keeping track.
That's in currency, not weightless currency, though.
Oh, you might have to move it then. Okay, cool. So the button worked.
Yeah.
What would be another really cool wand to have?
A wand?
Dimdor.
Yeah.
For you? Um, I don't know, something long term that you can put on yourself. Which reminds me, I should probably refresh my wand for Silric, the mage armor.
Ah, I wish I could get a wand of greater invisibility. That's a little pricey.
Pricey, yeah. Oh hey, I can afford a portable hole.
So, Swanky, what do you want to spend your money on?
Health.
Health? Okay. We might be able to find
Well,
something like that.
one thing I think we thought Swinky needed was a cloak of resistance, which is potentially
Swanky's
help.
got a ring of resistance right
How
now.
much is it?
Just a +2.
Okay. Yeah. Is Silverk wearing
Health?
a shoulder item?
Yes, it's the wings, lesser wings of
Oh,
flying.
that's right. That's right. Okay.
That's why we
Yeah.
use.
How do you get health out of items? I mean AC.
So the best way to get health out of items would be either a by upgrading the belt of giant strength to a belt of physical
Oh, that's
prowess,
a good one.
because you could
Yeah.
upgrade to give you strength and constitution. That would give you more health. Alternatively, you could find a iron stone that gives you strength as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Iron stone. We're gonna have to get Well, I no, we get to keep our iron stones, right? It's just the
Uh,
shards that we're losing.
I think that's actually correct. Looking at it again, at first I thought maybe you guys are gonna have to give those up, but no, I think when they recombine it, they won't need the ion stones anymore because they
Okay.
hold each other in check. They because
Okay.
the ion stones just suppress the curse, but when they're all harmonizing together, they offset each other. Um,
Oh man, I'm gonna lose my +4 bonus to freaking initiative.
oh,
Dang.
I wonder if we can find another like item you could buy that will give you
That'll
that
do
back.
that.
I don't know
Well,
though.
I gotta get
It's a
more
pretty
decks.
unique effect. So yeah, that's probably something that we can do
Okay. So
either through having Jace craft a
yeah.
belt upgrade for Silric, or just paying to buy because you have a lot of money saved up.
It will cost me 32,000 gold to upgrade my bow from a +2 to a +4 with Ghost Touch. A little bit. Well, it won't cost me that much, but that's the difference in gold. So it cost me half of
Okay,
that,
so
less a bit. Wait, could I get another? I wonder if I could get my bow to be a +5.
maybe you know how to
Maybe,
calculate
but
the
I don't know
cost
if
on
that's a
that.
good idea. I know how to do it.
Okay.
I'm thinking also I may just want to add another ability onto it.
Okay, so let's see here. If I just opens any random characters, I can look at magic items in Hero Lab.
Oh, this is amazing. A crown of horns. You have to shave your head and then they like root these horns into your head and you take 1d4 points of charisma and intelligence damage. And then once it heals, you have a gore attack.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Pluto. Can
Yeah.
I just go ahead and start upgrading myself? Is it assumed we'll have time, or do I need to like lay it all out and we need to count weeks and time and stuff like that?
We kind of need to figure it out just because I think like Sheila's not going to sit around and wait for you to do this for like a year.
Well, sure. It, I mean,
Oh.
I craft pretty quick.
But if we can
Cooperative crafting.
if we can like Keckless are out and get it to like about a month, she'll probably wait around for that long.
Okay,
We need a
I
wand of
will.
spider climb.
I will start doing math. Math Finder.
All right.
I have found it.
And yeah, when you go back to Windsong Abbey, it looks like they've done quite a fair bit amount of work of rebuilding things. Like it's looking in much better condition than last time you were there. Um, and also, while you're there, Karaya asks you when you go back to Magnamar if you can like bring her with you.
Bring me with you.
Yeah, she wants to be there when you guys reforge the
Take my hand.
when you reforge the Shatter Star. She wants to be there.
Pluto, is the 4G place? Is that a 10% reduction, if I recall?
I believe so.
Okay, so I'm
And you
crafting
have
stuff.
to you just have to make sure that you have like resist energy
Yeah,
fire up
I'll bug
while you're
Pilbo.
crafting. Between that and there's also the actual clerics at Windsog Abbey. So even if Pillow doesn't,
Oh, okay.
if Pillow's like I want to do my own thing, then the clerics there will help you with that.
Yeah, so I'm between that and my 50% and my what's it called trait. That's 5%. I should be crafting at 35% cost.
Okay.
The orphanage that I've been putting a bunch of money into, are they building? Are they using the money to upgrade the facilities?
Hmm. I'd say probably. Try to think like, is there any
Then
corruption there?
I
Is
would.
somebody like pocketing all the money? You're like you notice that the headmistress of the
Yeah, we got to make
orphanage
sure that that doesn't happen. But if
is
they are building and construction is happening, then I'm gonna introduce Togbad to everyone there, and we're gonna help and pitch in.
okay. Um, Probably like people are apprehensive about Togbad at first, but maybe like
No, I
the
talk him up real good.
hey, yeah, and
I
like
give him
some
this
of the younger, like
rousing
less judgmental
speech.
kids that don't have like as much like they end up like kind of being the first ones to kind of like open up to him and after yeah, especially with you like giving everyone reassurance, he actually ends up like getting along with the kids pretty well because he's like so giant, like they can kind of like do whatever they want to him and it doesn't really bother him.
That's
So
right.
they try to play rough and he kind of just like lets them do it.
I tell him stories about our bravery and daring do.
Yeah, probably like he's like carrying them around and stuff. He'll have like a whole like a dozen of them just like riding on him,
Yeah,
like clinging to his back and shit.
make him make him good. Assimilate.
All right, so yeah, if Jace is willing to upgrade Silric's belt,
Yeah, yeah,
it,
for sure.
it goes from I'll give you like the base. Let's see here. We'll look at what the base amount is, and then it's 35% of that. Hold up. So it's the difference of the values, and then divide that by two, and then also
Well, just take the difference of the values times 0.35.
whoops, I did that completely wrong. Okay,
Oh,
that's
this master level must be 3 times the cloak bonus. Are we 15?
Um, yes,
Oh, good. I can make my
we are
+5 cloak.
15.
We did it. Uh, I assume magic weapon is the same, like 3 times the modifier.
I think so.
So
That sounds
I can
right.
do a +4 ghost touch should be good then.
Okay, so Swanky, if you want to reduce your GP by 8,400, I will swap out your belt for a belt that gives you +4 to Constitution, which should increase your health by about 30.
I will do it.
And it'll also, as a side benefit, increase your Fortitude save as well. If somebody tries to like poison you or whatever. Um,
Pluto, what was the base difference on that for the time?
the base difference is 2,000 or 2,400 or 24,000. Sorry, 24,000.
Okay.
So that'll probably be like a week or something, right?
Uh,
Or do you reduce it by enough that it's like, oh, just a couple days?
well, how is it 1 day per 1,000 gold of the base difference or of the 50%? It's the total difference, right?
I think so, yeah.
So typically it would be 24 days.
Okay, but
I
you're
can cut it in half to 12 with cooperative crafting
okay.
for free, essentially, and then I can increase the DC by 5 as long as I know I'm going to auto succeed.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
and then there'd be 6, but I need to look at the prereqs for crafting that to know if I can do it all.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if I cast the true skill spell and heroism on myself,
Hmm.
I think I can pass all the craft checks automatically, but
Okay.
I don't know for sure without doing,
I wouldn't
the
stress
math.
it too much, but I don't
Right
need.
now I'm just figuring out time and numbers.
Gotcha. Yeah. I figure probably anything else that Silric gets will probably have to be um,
Well, an
not
amulet, a
crafted.
mighty fist, I can craft.
Um. Yeah. You have a Silric has a +3 amulet of Mighty Fists right
Oh,
now,
okay, so that's
which
pretty
is
good.
pretty decent. And because of key nonsense, you don't really need the
Wait,
higher to overcome DR because you already well. Plus that, and we have pummeling style, which lets even if you do run into DR, you don't bypass. You can kind of okay.
Pluto, I can do the exact same belt upgrade, right? If I just have a +4 physical might belt.
Probably. So
That's what Silvercat I meant.
yeah, he had a belt physical strength or belt physical might or what was it?
What was it, 2 or 4?
He had a +4 strength belt.
Okay, now it's a 4 strength 4 con. So if I do a +4 dex and it becomes a 4 dex 4 con. Oh, or I'm just saying it could be 4 dex 4 strength. That is an option.
Mm-hmm.
And then my adaptive bow will do 4 more damage or 2 more damage per hit. I think the con is more important because that's a lot of health. So I'm gonna look at doing that same upgrade for me. If I have the cash money, which I don't think I do. That's a lot of money. Or do I not do my bow that high? That might be a better strat.
Okay, looks like I got the belt on you there, Silric. So you have 181 maximum health now instead of I think you had like 150 before. So
I am truly a tank.
yes, you still have quite a bit of money you can spend here too. If you hit this convert currency button on the sheet here, that converts it all to gold pieces. How does you guys are Durim, how does that work? You hit the one to the
Yeah,
right or left of it. The right, it
click the
looks like.
one where the arrow's pointing to the gold pieces.
Okay, there we go. So that converts it all into gold pieces. So you still have 16,000 gold on Silric.
I'm rich.
Yeah.
Silric's just trying to make a house of gold.
Okay.
Let's see. What else could we do? You
I'm gonna
could
get a
up.
nose ring.
Okay. A magic nose ring or just a regular one?
A nose ring of unearthly scent.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if that's in the condominium.
Let's see. I suppose if we wanted to, we could replace your headband with a upgraded headband.
Okay, Pluto. I have 500 gold left. I've done it.
Used all your money.
Yep. Now I just have to calculate the craft checks to make sure I can do it and the time.
Okay.
I'm also gonna buy a cackling's hag's blouse. See if that's over.
I'm fairly sure all the spells I can have someone else supply it for me if I need.
I don't think you can make a ring of freedom of movement at all because it takes a separate feat to make
Yeah, it
rings.
takes a forge ring.
Hmm. So if you want to get one of those as well, you'll probably have to like spend the money, which yeah.
Wait, didn't we get a ring of freedom of movement?
Yeah, but but Chase took it.
Oh,
Yep.
I
That
think
was
it
that was
was
my one piece of loot from the dragon.
yeah,
That's all I wanted.
he has been talking about it for quite a while.
how
I
much does
called
one of
it
those
before you even
cost?
read the loot out.
Yeah, you're like,
I
please
think
have a
it's
ring of freedom
yeah,
of movement. Yeah,
it's 20 or 30.
ring of freedom of movement. It costs like a lot more than that, I think.
It's like 20 or 30,000.
Ring of freedom of movement costs uh it's 40,000. Yeah.
Oh, is it 40? Oh my god.
Yeah, they're really expensive.
Yeah, I don't have forge ring, fortunately.
Okay, I'm buying 2 Cure Light Wounds wands and a
Okay.
wand of mage armor.
Secret's like we got 20,000 gold. I'm gonna buy 3 level 1 wands.
Alright, so I got a blouse. A new blouse.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
what does that do?
And a nose ring. Oh, lets me cackle as a immediate or
What?
I don't know.
Swift?
Uh, it's hard to read when this thing is here. Uh, +2 to intimidate checks and twice per day I can cackle as a swift action.
So
Nice.
let's see here. One thing we could do with Silric's money is we could replace the headband of mental prowess +2 wisdom +2 intelligence with a like a +4 wisdom headband.
I'm gonna
Would
get myself an unfettered vest.
actually you have enough money, you could just upgrade that. You could just upgrade it to a +4 wisdom +4 intelligence headband as well if you want to keep the intelligence, but
This is my nose ring.
Yeah, that works.
Just as good as a ring of freedom
We've
of
seen some
movement.
cursed items, so I'm ready.
do you want to do the first one or the second one? Keep the intelligence boosted up, or you want to just go down for a only wisdom?
I'll keep the intelligence boosted.
Okay. So let's see here.
Someone who knows magic item crafting. For Cloak of Resistance, where it says caster level 5th, does that mean for all levels of Cloak, or just for like the +1?
Huh? Wait. It's all levels. Caster level
Oh,
is all.
okay. Well, I
That's
honestly
why
cheat on that for sure.
sometimes when like you guys are trying to identify things like a Pearl of Power level 1, it's absurd because the caster levels, yeah,
The
it's
same for
really
all of them.
high. Yeah.
I feel like that's not quite right, but
Nope, that's how it works.
All right, I'm good, and I did some shopping for Togbad too.
Tell me if it works differently than that. Otherwise, I'm just trying to figure out what I need on this stuff.
well, like if I look at Pearl of Power on the SRD right now, it says like for price, and then it has a caster level next to it. So I think
I'll be right back. Use the restroom.
Right,
it
but
has
I'm
it
pretty
down in
sure
the.
that one applies to all. But if not that one, then others. But it'll
Yeah, I know
tell you on
some of them work
SRD.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my minimum spellcraft
I know there's a special requirement
plus 25.
for Pearl of Power where the creator has to be able to cast spells of the level that you want to set your Pearl
Yeah.
of Power to.
That's what I was learning about like making weapons and armor is it goes by the highest caster level regardless. It's not like in combined, it's just
Mm-hmm.
whatever one's the highest. Yeah. Which can
Oh,
seem
True Skill is half
confusing.
my caster level? Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I got man, I really am looking like a witch. I have like a blouse now with the corset. I have a nose ring. I almost got a shawl, but the shawl didn't really make sense to have. So
Okay, my minimum spellcraft is 35. If I'm using True Skill and Heroism
Nice.
on my craft checks. So
All
I'm
right,
pretty sure I can
so
craft all this stuff at double speed, pretty much.
Swanky, if you deduct 10,500 from your GP there, then we'll upgrade um your headband, and that'll leave you with about 6,000 gold. About which I can't really think of anything that I mean, you could somebody can think of anything, but might just make sense just to hold on to that in case you need it for something.
All right, sounds good.
Alternatively, you can open up the SRD or the compendium or something, and just scroll through items and look for something cheap. But that looks interesting. But I don't know if we think of something, we can put it on there. So let's see here. I might just edit the one you have right now. Honestly,
oh man, I just need glasses and boots and gloves. Yeah, the nose ring takes a head spot, so
what skill do you want it boosting? Right now, it boosts knowledge engineering, but since you're purchasing it basically, an upgrade on this thing. What would you want? What would you want the upgraded skill to be in? Can be any knowledge skill. Ideally, you want to do it on one you don't already have like ranks in, or at least not very many ranks in.
Mm,
So probably not knowledge religion because you have a decent amount of ranks in those already. I guess the way that this is doing it, it's just giving you extra skill ranks.
knowledge local.
Okay.
wait, why do I have a shield? Oh, I don't
Wait,
need
I
that.
already have a belt that gives me +4 dex and +4 con.
Lol.
I didn't
You
realize
don't
it's a
even know
belt of
what you're
physical might.
wearing. Did
Yeah, it's all
you ever
set up
take your
correctly.
clothes off?
Oh wait,
Cheap.
no, this is for strength index. Oh my god, I didn't buy con. I'm
Mm.
trolling. So that's a $40,000 gold belt.
Oh,
But if I want to turn that into perfection, it's only 24,000 gold.
Matt, I'm
Only.
gonna give you Jubek's shield and breastplate. How do I do that? I can't
Wait,
give
that's
it
the
to
same
me.
math.
Isn't Togbad already wearing those?
Yeah, but it's in my inventory.
Ah, okay, I gotcha. It's a +3 breastplate, right?
Yeah, I'll just put it in the loot thing.
Okay, that works. I might just
Pluto.
delete it honestly
Sorry.
because I think I already have it on Togbad. I'll compare them. Maybe I'll swap them out because this one has the fancy name on it.
Did you know that if you go from a belt of like strength to belt of physical might, it's 24,000, and if you go from physical might to physical perfection, it's also 24,000 to stay at the same like modifier.
Huh. That's kind of neat.
So it's like 16 to 40 and then 40 to 64.
I thought about
Alright, I'm back.
that would have been an option as well for Silric, except that Silric already has an Iron Stone that increases Dex, so. Although
Yeah,
I think he also
that
has
makes
a Strength Iron Stone that doesn't do anything right now, so maybe we could swap that over to someone else since you don't need it on there for the shard anymore.
You need to put a strength ironstone somewhere?
I think, I mean, it would make sense too because Silric has a belt that has a higher enhancement bonus, so the
You can give it to
irons.
Togbad.
I suppose I'm not in the right town to buy a corpse.
Yeah, Kermaga would probably work better for that, but I mean,
Yeah.
you have teleport.
Yeah, I don't know. Do I want a companion now or do I want to
You could
gamble
save on a
and...
corpse and just kill somebody.
Yeah, but like, what if we never find a good corpse? Yeah, we probably will.
What if you just put like an ad in the paper, like looking for good corpse?
Are the Magnamar police gonna come get me? Excuse me, we heard that somebody's looking for a corpse? Get out of our town! Oh shit. No, I don't know if they have like the gang problem right now, the mask people. I'm not sure if that's occurring at the moment in Magnamar.
No, I think that got dealt with because this takes place after,
True.
Rise of the Ring
Yeah.
Lords, like explicitly.
Then they're gone. No
Like
skin saw.
that's part of
Yeah.
the whole thing where they're like, oh, we need to have this weapon so we can deal with when the Rune Lords rise up again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna delete these off of here because I just moved them over. It's annoying for me because I can't use the loot button, so I have to enable dragging. But when you drag stuff from the sheet instead of hitting the loot button, it
Oh,
just copies it onto the other sheet.
hello.
Question: does anyone want me to craft stuff for them at a vastly reduced price if it's a wondrous item or armor or weapon?
Well, yes. How long? How much time do you have?
I have plenty of time. Time is not
I
an
would
issue.
love to get some of my money back then. Can you do 6 days a blouse?
It's gonna be less than 6 days. I just need to know how much the cost is.
6,000.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can craft it at double speed with cooperative crafting and cut it in half again with +5 DC.
so you can craft it in like a day and a half.
So it'll be 2 days, yeah. Okay, so this is for Rosalina.
Yeah, we already had you craft a couple things there for Silric, so.
Is it the
What did I
same
craft for Silver
regular
besides the belt?
craft price?
Oh, the headband as well. The headband upgrade.
Is the price like
No,
normal?
it's
Normal
cheaper.
crafting?
It's gonna be much cheaper.
Oh.
So 6,000 is the base price of it, like if you were to
Yeah.
buy it.
Uh-huh.
So your price is going to be 2,100.
Oh.
Yeah. Pluto, what was the headband upgrade?
The headband upgrade the difference was 30,000, so quite a lot, but
Okay. I'm putting all my math on Notepad here, and I'll send it to you if you want to double check it. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm doing it right, but yeah, it'll
yeah,
be there.
I'll look at it but yeah,
I should
you're
have done
probably
this in
good.
Excel though.
Oh, spreadsheet gaming.
Yeah. Okay. Why is my phone going crazy? Apparently, my phone decided to check my email all at once and got a bunch of emails. Anyways, I'll be done in like approximately 5 minutes. I think,
Okay.
Pluto.
Can you make my nose ring too?
I cannot make rings unless it's
No,
a
it's not a
wondrous item.
ring. It's a wondrous
It's a
item.
wondrous item.
If it's a wondrous item, I can make it.
What's the price? 11,475.
11475 base. Okay. I'll tell you the number right now before I forget. Your price is 4,016 gold and 25 cents. So maybe it's 4,017 or 4,016, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm stacking bonuses here to reduce crafting cost.
Well, I could keep buying shit if that's the case.
You could. This is the second half of what my build does. So it's and plus we found the forge that's super OP with my build.
Yeah, it's a happy coincidence there. It wasn't something I designed. It was that's just in the book. All right, I'll be right back for something to drink.
Mhm.
Hopefully here we'll be able to do a little bit of beginning of book 6 stuff before we wrap things up. We still got about an hour or so.
Yeah, nah, I'll
All
just
right, I'm
hold on
back.
to my money.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my money to buy like a bunch of the gems I need in order to raise dead and
Oh
shit
yeah,
like
spell
that.
components. That's a
Yeah.
good
Hey,
idea.
Pluto, did we ever have like any prestige points or whatever?
Uh, there was, and
I
I
never
think
used mine.
yeah. Let me see if I still have them tracked because I had
You know what?
on a spreadsheet. I think.
We had hero points, I thought, for Pathfinder Society.
I think they were called prestige points.
Yeah, we never
Okay.
like used.
What was Silveric's headband upgrade? I need to know the DC of it.
It was a mental prowess +4, I believe.
Okay.
For
Yeah, the
the
plus 4 to 2 stats.
hmm
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna look at wands. I'm gonna go wand
I don't think
shaping.
anybody really used any of them, so I might just go back to, let's see here, because they have something actually in here for the, see if I can find it. They have a thing in here saying how many you would have, like, generally have beginning of each book. So I might just give you guys what's on that.
Secret. I'm gonna need to know what crafting requirements there are for your items and what the caster level is. So if you want to just tell me what the item is or put it in Discord or something, or
I doubt you're gonna have a problem with that stuff,
I
but
don't think I will, but let's put it this way: if the caster level is like 10 or below, there's no chance I have a problem with it, even if I don't have any of the
mage
spells.
armor, you must be a witch.
Wait, I must be a
And
witch?
raised a wrong one. Well, it's a
But
component, but
I'll just subtract
yeah
5 or whatever.
yeah.
Add
So mage
5 to
armor
the
must be
DC.
a witch for one of them,
Okay.
and the other one's augury and detect magic.
It says here that you should have um, probably around, I don't know. It says if you haven't been awarding the prestige points, which I think I was awarding them, but I don't
You were,
remember.
we just never used them. And
I
somebody
think
might have used one.
if anybody
Someone.
has them tracked and can give me a number, otherwise it says assume they have 3d6 prestige points. So um, go ahead and give yourself. Maybe we can roll those right now, I guess, or I can just give you an average.
I forgot what they do. I want to go look it up.
You can exchange them for certain services, but they're actually also going to have a thing you can use at the very end of book 6 if you don't spend them on other things. That it's like, well, you can
Yeah.
use them here to get bonuses to this roll, for example. Oh, we
Let's see.
got more stuff getting put into the loot sheet.
Yeah, I put stuff in there.
Okay, I can go ahead and hit the sell button on those then.
Let's see. Fame, sphere of influence, prestige points here. Where's the chart, or is it just per book? Oh, here. Most of the time, spending points on titles, temporary abilities, or bonuses. Or wasn't there like a chart of what you can spend the points on?
Yeah, it's in the player's guide, I believe.
Oh.
I can find that actually. I have that one saved too. It's things like if you needed to, you can use it to get like restoration cast on you or something like that.
Yeah.
Just still sort of useful actually, just because it also covers the material component costs. So
While we're resting and stuff like that, I would like someone who can cast Breath of Life, probably Pilbow, to put it in my ring of spell storing, so I have that again.
seems like a good idea. I suppose that's what are other people doing? Like I know Jace is spending most of the time crafting and hanging out at Windsong Abbey. Um, I know Abrellis is doing stuff at that orphanage.
Yes.
What are the other people up to? For
So Rick's going around the community and helping out, trying not to get too much of an ego.
okay. Trying to like find like volunteering in like a soup kitchen or something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
He's doing the Fran thing.
Kind of, yeah. It's monks. We monks think of like. Yeah, Frand is so he's my monk in Secrets game that she runs,
Mm.
and his whole thing is he travels around and he likes to like he'll like offer you like I'll do a favor for you if you let me sleep on your couch, basically, and like that's like all he does, especially things like moving boxes.
Nice.
Next time you guys see Rosalina, she's slowly being converted into some group of not so good people.
Okay.
You might have to tell her no.
So like what? She's found like the criminal underground and is like
And they're like talking to her, yeah.
getting her to like
Yeah,
do stuff for him.
maybe. She's innocent about it, but like Zobka's all about. But yeah, did we have like a meeting time or something? A regrouping time? The day of the event, day before the event?
Yeah, probably after. Um, I mean, I don't know how long is Jay spending on crafting. Is it
I'm trying to figure that out. If I want to craft
okay?
twice as fast, can I only do that once, or can I increase the DC by like 10 and craft 4 times as fast?
I think you can only do that once, but I'm not sure actually.
If that's the case, 33 days is the total.
Okay, that's within reason because I said if it's about a month, that's how long Sheila's willing to wait. So sounds like it's about a month, a little bit,
Okay.
just a bit over a month.
Yeah,
And
I'll
she's
tell my new
she's
friends I got something to do.
yeah, she's good with that because it gives time for like more of the very important people to show up.
Very
Um,
important.
mhm. So some of the people that are showing up there are high-ranking members of the Pathfinder Society. RMZ, the Master of
Oh, I
Spells
know
for the
him.
Pathfinder Society.
Yeah.
Um, uh, Argisha Aparna, which is a relatively famous Pathfinder that uh, from the region. Um, Bivalu Zamontio, he's a local. He is the caretaker of Magnamar's Shrine of Desna.
Hmm.
Um, Ernst Landis, another local. He's the chief curator of Magnamar's Museum of Ages. Um, Ibra Demarios is a head archivist for Magnamar's founder archives. Um, Man Fountain is there.
Oh.
He's one of the uh, highest ranking officials within like the town watch, basically.
Man, Felton. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
um,
It's raining
in
men.
addition, Isamir Obenberg, who's the commander of the City Watch. So,
Um,
um, the leader of the Church of Abadar, Gyron Imikir. Karaya's there. She comes back with Jace. Um, Glees Nivlandis, Marco Farabellis, who's the Master of Swords of the Pathfinder Society. Sabria Calm Calmaram. Anyway, she's a powerful local merchant. Um, Toph Breacher, who is the founder of Magnamar's Golem Works. Vereen KTL, who is a moderator of Magnamar's Council of Ushers, and several other people as well. But that's just a short list of some of the major people that are there,
All right.
including the current mayor of Magnamar.
The current mayor and their crazy cat friend druid.
oh.
Well, the previous that was Grabaris, but actually Grabaris is not the
Oh,
mayor
that's
in
right.
our
He's not the mayor
timeline
anymore.
anymore because he got arrested.
Yeah, so it's somebody else.
Yeah, it's Sando Stolo, I guess.
It's quite a name.
I may have gotten it from a random name generator.
Cool.
But yeah, so the shrine's kind of set up kind of near the base of the broken era span. I'm gonna draw a little circle here, right there, and that's where they're planning to have it rebuilt.
Where?
There we go. It's the spot where I said Sahedron Shrine. It's at the kind of at the foot of the Earspin. Actually, very close to the little
Okay.
shrine of Lamashtu that Pilbo
Ooh.
probably has spent a lot of the last month at.
All right.
That's actually right underneath the bridge.
Yes, that's where we did something there.
Don't worry about it though.
Pluto, I sent you in Discord my math on the crafting, and I put in game chat what upgrades I did on my character.
Okay.
I think I'm good to go. None of the DCs were even close. True Skill is a very good spell.
Hmm.
At this point in the game, you get half caster level to a skill check.
Yeah. I don't even think you needed true skill for most of these checks.
I don't think I needed it for any of them, but I don't know all the exact DCs on Rosalina's stuff, but it was pretty low cost, so I'm pretty sure it's fine.
Yeah, they were low.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm good with it.
Alrighty.
Looks like it checks out to me. Nothing's jumping out at me.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna buy a wand of invisibility. I can
Okay.
afford that. Because that is a 4,500 gold GP wand.
See, we should probably all have full health at this
Can
point.
Jace craft rods?
Nope.
No.
Well,
Oh, might kill me.
yeah, I don't have craft wand. I don't have time anyways.
Wait,
I did all my
rods
crafting.
are not wands though. Maybe you could do.
Rods.
Oh, are rods wondrous items?
Let me check. Like you mean like a meta magic rod, right?
I think
Rods
Uh,
rod
have
is its
their
own thing.
own. Yeah.
It's craft rod.
Oh, okay, yeah, he doesn't have that one.
All right.
Nope.
I guess I'm not spending any money then.
I
I
pulled
feel
a
like if you can
Silric though.
craft
Got so
rods,
much
you should be
HP.
able to craft stabs, but I don't know.
Repeat that, Dan.
But that's not how it works.
Yeah, unfortunately I use a bow, so I can't hold a meta magic rod
fine.
while using a bow.
Hmm.
So the only thing that would be useful is if I do like an extend rod before I'm in combat. In which case no, because I still have to hold my bow with one hand as my item, my
It's your also
arcane
your
bond,
arcane bond.
and I need
You
another
fell for
hand.
that again.
I need my no, I had
It
to.
worked
It
out
was
though.
it was
Yeah, I guess.
required by the archetype.
Yeah.
And then my other hand has to be used for somatic components, and it does say you can use that hand as somatic components if you're using it with your bow.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't be able to hold a
Draw.
rod with all that.
Where's the list of stuff we can spend points on?
Should be in the player's guide if you have that downloaded. If not, it should be available on Paizo's website. But I can pull it up right now and
Because I've
probably
got
give you it.
13 points or something.
That sounds about right. Generic prestige awards. Here we are.
Personally,
So,
I'm just ignoring prestige points.
um, you can use them to have like somebody cast you a bunch of different spells. Is what the main thing it has listed on here. Or you can use it while you're in a town to use it, like when you're in town to use it for a +4 bonus on any one skill check. And you can also use it once per session. You can acquire any single item of this cost or less. Um, So this is a free purchase up to 750 gold for
Ugh.
2 prestige points. So that's not super useful at this
It's
point.
a wand of Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah, 4 prestige points to remove a permanent negative level. That one's not too bad. But yeah, I think that 13 is probably what everybody has, honestly. And probably you'd get more from that last book. You probably can go ahead and just bump it up to 18.
Umbrellas, do you have any money left over?
Nah, I'm broke mode. I spent all my money.
Did you buy a wand of invisibility?
I did.
If somebody doesn't want to loan me 12k, then I'm not spending any money.
12k.
What are you trying to
for what?
craft? That's so expensive.
I want a
Or what are you
wand
trying to
of
buy?
quicken.
Or a
not a
metamagic
wand,
rod.
Oh.
a rod of quicken.
You don't want anything else. You don't want like your armor improved or something.
No, because if I spend the money, then I can't buy this later.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
cannot help with that one.
My
book
armor's
6,
actually pretty
but we
fat
might
right now too.
you might get another probably can get some other chance to go buy something partway through the book, maybe. You guys do have teleports, so, and plane shift available and all that fun stuff, so.
Does Silric have any money left over?
Hang on a minute.
Silric has
Well,
about
actually,
8,000 gold, I think, right now.
Yes.
I can
Just
sell
1,000?
this ring of evasion
Oh no.
for myself only.
I don't think that's how that works.
I was just thinking, Umbrellas, like, instead of getting a wand of invisibility, I could put my funds towards greater invisibility, but I don't have enough to cover all of
A
it.
wand of greater invisibility?
Yeah, and then that way we can put it on you and Silric and...
I'm interested in that, but that's gonna cost 21,000 gold.
Right, and right now I have 14,000 still.
Well, if I gave you the 4,500 I spent, that would bring you to what, 18,000 something?
Yeah. And Silric
If you
only
want to
has
use
I
all
can
of it,
contribute.
if you want to use all of it to make a wand of greater invisibility, I'm down for it. But who's gonna use it? Like, who's gonna be the one holding it?
I mean, greater invisibility lasts a decent amount of time, does it
I assumed
not?
that you were going
Rounds
to be
per
the one
level.
doing it.
It'll
It's
last 7 rounds per level because that's the minimum caster level of the wand.
Yeah. I mean, I can start with it and then hand it to Zobka and then do other things if I need to. I mean, normally I don't carry anything, but now I have, like, the flaming sphere, and which I don't even need to have, but I have it, so. Which I guess I could just sell that, and that would cover the rest of the cost. Let's do that. Pluto, I want to sell the flaming sphere.
Okay.
I mean, so I'm just gonna propose that again. Like, if nobody absolutely wants this ring of evasion, I would like to sell it for my own profit.
I
You want to
mean,
sell a ring of evasion?
I would love to have it, but I think I have 2 rings.
I
I
don't
mean,
need it because I already have
It
evasion.
wouldn't be that much different from somebody, for example, like upgrading their like headband, for example, right? Like that, if you think of it like that, it's
I mean, if it gets him something that he wants, then I'm fine with that.
yeah.
Because
you guys,
I picked up the ring because nobody really
Oh.
needed it.
There was no price on that, but I can tell you what it is because I built it in here.
I mean, if not,
I'm
I
fine with
I don't
me taking
care.
the money.
Like, yeah. We're at
'Cause
the
if
point
it
in this
gets
game
something that
where
you
like
want.
because
that
I'm
amount of
not going to
money's not
pass
going
a
to matter.
reflex save to begin with.
right? That's why I thought it was kind of funny that they gave it to you, because I'm like, well, the thing is are people that have good reflex saves or still are in umbrellas and they already have evasion. So
Yeah.
I'm not really ever a target. It's fine. We could
All right, I'm
sell
selling
it.
it.
Yeah, because
Pluto,
I
I
have
put in
that ring
chat
of
what
spell
that
storing.
spear's cost is.
Yep, Silwer's using ring slots for Ring of Protection and Ring of Resistance, so
All
Oh
right,
yeah,
that will
Pluto.
give me enough to buy my rod.
While we're doing
okay.
this, I want to change the spells in the ring of spell storing
Sure.
to be 3 true strikes.
All right.
Should we split the the money for that?
For what?
The spear.
Oh, the spear? Sure. Did you put it in the loot sheet?
I did, but it wasn't configured, so I put the money in chat
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
because I made it in Hero Lab, and that's what Hero Lab says.
Yeah. Um, I see. We can just do that. Everybody gets just go ahead and add 3,660 gold.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a pretty big, chonky magic item. Oh, half of that though. That was the total value, or was that
That was its
1,800?
total value.
Okay, so yeah, half of that 3,000. Sorry.
So more like 1,800.
Yeah, 1,800, 300, or 1,830.
1830. Okay, that's still a good chunk. So
Yeah.
okay, so what was this this wand of greater invisibility?
So if you give me the money for that other wand, I can just buy the greater invisible one, and then um I can just cast invisibility. I can cast it on you
Yeah.
as soon as we get into
Flanky
situations. And
said
if
that Silverk would
Silver's
help pay too. Silverk's got about 8,000 gold. They're actually 9,000 now with this, maybe
now,
almost
yeah.
10,000 again with this money that just got added.
And then I can put it on Silver's second round if he can always spring back or something, but
If I'm hold if so, what's the mechanics about using a rod in combat?
So you do need to be.
Like, do I just need a free hand?
Depends on the spell you're casting, because like if if it doesn't have a somatic component, then you don't need a free hand. I think I see where you're going with this is that using a rod with a heavy shield might be a problem, right?
Right. So if it had a somatic component, then I'd have to like not use my shield
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it was
wait,
a
can I
touch delivered
even
spell,
cast
right?
greater invisibility?
Um.
Is that a
Yeah,
witch
that sounds
spell?
right. I think even if it wasn't a touch, like if it just has a somatic component where you have to use a hand, um, then you couldn't use it and have your shield equipped as well because it's a heavy shield, right? Or do you have a light shield? If you have a light shield, it's no problem. You just
It's a heavy shield.
okay, yeah,
Well, my combat flow that I'm thinking of would be able to visions of madness and then quicken something on top of that.
right, yeah. That was what I figured. Um, I
Secret, you're asking for the 4,500 I would have spent on the wand.
Maybe not, because I mean I would have to UMD it. Apparently, it's not on my spell list.
so I think you'd be fine with, but you might have to swap to a light shield instead of a heavy shield.
Well, I got an
Yeah, if you
emulator
hold a light
caster
shield.
level
Because
4.
of the light shield, you can have something in your hand at the same time, but a heavy shield
Yeah.
you can't. Which is a little unfortunate, I guess, but really it's just a difference of one AC if you get an equivalent light shield to what your heavy shield is, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if the clerics have access to it, but there's also a spell that lets you like store a rod in like a weapon. I think you technically could use that because like for you could technically use that to store it either in your cestus or your heavy shield even. Like you could store the rod in there. But I don't remember if I don't know if that's on the cleric spell list. It might be like a wizard only thing.
Pluto, I lied about the Ring of Spell Storing because I forgot it's a standard action to activate, and I wouldn't be able to do that with combat casting. I don't
Okay,
think.
let's see.
Okay, so it's probably better to put some sort of utility
So
spell that you're not gonna,
I
It's
put
just a
in.
DC 20 to use a wand in
or to have
general.
Pilbo
Yeah.
or Rosalina put a spell that you can't normally cast
Oh
onto it.
yes, give me a heal.
Yeah, it's
There you
DC
go.
20. You gonna be.
Because that's what like
I'm at 19 right now, so
like
like
Abrellis has one
that's.
of those too, and
I
put
would
It's
Breath
a
of Life
breath of
even
into
if I
it.
life.
rolled a 1, I would still succeed. Yeah, I totally get the wand.
Mine's only a minor though.
Yeah, so you can't put Breath of Life into it, but you could have somebody put like a Cure
Cure
Critical in there or something,
serious.
or Cure Serious. Yeah.
Yeah, Pilbo, will you cast Cure Serious Wounds into my ring of spell storing at some point?
Okay, I'll just take 1,000 from silver.
Pure serious.
Okay.
Can I just give you well, is there like a max spell level?
3.
Yeah, that's why I was asking for that one, because he's got the minor Ring of Spell Storing, unlike Abrellis's, which is
Yeah,
the higher level one, which is
yeah,
why Breath of
and
Life
over
was
the
able to go in
time I
that one.
cast it in there, yeah.
All right, thanks.
And that way, if you're in a
If I'm in a pickle.
if you're in a pickle, you can cast it. Sort of like having a potion, but you don't have to pull it
Um,
out.
let's see if I can find my
Yep.
magic stuff here.
And I don't think it provokes either, which is also kind of nice.
Alright, so what's the
Cure
minimum
Serious.
caster level of this? Or maybe you can spend more and get a higher level caster level?
You could spend a little bit more and get a higher.
So if I understand
Yeah.
Pearl of Power right, it's basically like spell storing, but I have to do it per day.
You activate it and it recharges one of your spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It
Okay.
re-prepares a spell that was already used in
Okay.
the spell slot.
yeah, so it's kind of rough
Uh,
because in combat to use, but it's really nice to be able to use something in one combat and then outside of combat you pull it out, recharge the spell, and then you have it for the next
does
combat.
it have to be the same spell for cleric as what was previously cast?
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
re-prepares
it
the
just
spell that was
re-prepares
in
the
that
Okay, it
slot.
has to be the same spell. Okay.
Yeah, that's same thing. Same way it works for wizards as well. But
Now, what if he spontaneously casts a spell as a cure or an inflict?
It would
Does it
still give
become
him back
cure and
whatever was
inflict?
prepared.
it would come whatever
Okay.
was prepared. Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
question though.
I'm a edge
But
case
then
finder.
he could still just spontaneously turn that into a thing
He could
anyway.
turn it back into a
Oh
cure.
yeah.
He
No, I
could,
just
yeah.
want to
We'll
know
just stay with
if
7
it was worse.
rounds.
Okay, so how much money am I giving
No.
you?
Over 9,000.
The
All of it.
4,500.
Give
You
me
want
all the money.
3,500?
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Is it possible to buy
wand.
wands at like lower charges, or is it always going to be 50?
Yeah, you can buy them at lower charges, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
especially like I said. I mean, normally it's one of those things where it's like because you guys are basically using a global network, you can find specifically what you want, basically.
If you're like, I want a one that has exactly 26 charges and no more, no less.
Yep,
That
you
might be.
can.
You
Nope,
could
that's
do that.
I'm gonna say you can do that because you're putting in this order and you're waiting up to a month to get it, but you'll get it.
Someone's like, I have a wand with
There will
27 charges. Let me use one to fulfill this order.
somebody makes a post on the Pathfinder Facebook page and they say, "Hey, does anybody have a wand with exactly so many charges?" And someone's like, "I do,"
Or I have one that I can use down to that number.
and then they ship it through FedEx. And it comes in.
Well, I could do 30 charges, caster level 12,
I feel like we're
and
getting
afford it.
complicated here.
Hero Lab's got it, but
Yeah.
do you think 30 charges is enough, Abrellas, or do you want a full 50 charge wand?
To finish this game, it's probably enough. I don't know if we're gonna have. Let's see, what is that? 3?
if you
No,
if you
it's
use
30 times 12. That would be like 360 minutes of combat
Well, keep in mind
for the
that
rest of
a
this game.
combat might take like 5 rounds, but it still used a whole charge.
true,
So it's
but I
more
mean,
like, are you going
even
to
thinking
have
of this,
30 combats? Are you going to have 15 combats if you're using it on 2 people?
right? Which
Well, he might use some of the charges outside of combat, so we want to consider the
That's
the
fair.
possibility of
That's
that.
part of why having a little bit longer duration can be useful. Like,
Yeah.
you
So
have a minute and a little bit longer than a minute, that gives you enough time to actually, like, do stuff outside of combat with it.
can a monkey belt activate a rod?
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
Because if it can, I can afford that with the help of Jace. Oh, that's caster level 8 though.
Um,
I can go
I
25
have
charges,
used
cast at level 14.
I've used all the time that Pluto has allocated to me for crafting. If he says it's okay to add on a few
I
extra
don't know.
days,
That's fine. I'm not gonna stress over a day or two.
what's the cost of the item, Rod?
Um, n-
9,400 if it's just
yeah.
a regular monkey belt. Let's see what this does. It gives you, as a swift action, you can command the belt to animate. So the downside here on scene, how long does it last though when you animate it?
5 minutes per day, non-consecutive.
Okay. Um, hold or manipulate objects. I don't see why this wouldn't work. So yeah, I think you could do that. It's a nice hack there. I like it. Um, yeah, like the only downside is you got to make sure you do an advance because it's a swift action, which if you try to use a quick and meta magic rod is also a swift action. So you got to make
Mm-hmm.
sure you activate this the turn before you want to use the quick and meta magic rod. But
Okay. I have a caster level 12, 30 charges, greater invisibility wand.
but
So,
yeah,
Ron, do you have the cost of that?
It'd be 4,700 at just normal craft.
I'm crafting it way cheaper.
Oh, it's 94 total.
It should be 3,290.
Okay.
and it also gives you, it's also a dex belt. So
Hey, help with your reflex.
I don't remember. Did you already have a dex belt, or what was your
No,
belt
I don't. I'm
before?
not wearing a belt.
Oh, you're not wearing a belt? Oh,
Uh-uh.
nice. Okay. I'm surprised you haven't like picked up like a random like strength or constitution belt somewhere along the way, but
I've already got something that gives me calm though.
because you have the Iron Stone or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Are we about? This has been the crafting and spend money session, but
Yeah.
we are gonna do a little bit. Probably end on a cliffhanger. We're gonna do a little bit of beginning of book 6 here.
We're gonna do the shard thing.
Yeah, I'm sure. Some of you can already predict this, but things are gonna go a
I mean,
little sour.
outside in a big open area. I mean, hmm.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, you buy the wand with however many charges and cast level you want. I don't care.
Okay, I went with 12 and then 30 charges. Because, I mean,
Alright,
I
fine.
could have gone with 25 charges and cast level 14, but I don't think
Just shut
two
up and take
rounds
my
makes.
money.
Okay.
I'll be invisible. That's all I care about.
Yeah. I'll. It'll pretty much be. Yeah. I'll carry it whenever we're like not in combat, and I'll just have it in
In
my
fact,
hand ready to
I'm
go.
still gonna buy a wand of invisibility for myself with 25% of the charges for
Oh, there you go.
1,125 gold.
Okay.
It's got half of a charge in there somewhere, so like the top of me will be invisible while like my waist down will just be legs.
Right, because you bought it from the wrong
Oh, that's a
shopkeeper.
great idea for some of Marcus's like defective bargain magic items.
Right.
Wand of half invisibility. Turn
Yeah.
half of your body invisible.
I mean, it might be good for like a
They'll
sideshow,
see
you
your
know, like a
legs, but they
circus
won't
show.
see you stabbing them.
Gives you like partial concealment or something.
No,
So
it gives half of your body total concealment.
okay, so how does that work mechanically? Like 25% mischance?
Y-
No
Depends on where you
mischance if they
aim.
if they're choosing
It's
to
still a
like.
50% mischance
Oh,
because
okay.
there's half of your body
Oh,
to
that
hit.
works. They yeah, 50% mischance, but they know what square you're in.
Yeah.
All right, I can dig it. Still useful, but anyway,
But see invisibility.
yeah, you guys
Can
on the
you see
days
the
leading
way?
up, you see there's like a lot of words spreading around. Like it's gonna be they're
Yeah.
allowing like people from like basically they're come out and see the heroes of
The
Magnamar.
fireworks show.
Um,
Fireworks show.
you might have heard of the heroes of Sandpoint or the heroes of Corvosa, but heroes of Magnamar are here. And here you're gonna make a big statement and gonna reforge this ancient Varisian artifact, and it's or a Thessalonian artifact rather. And so there's like a lot of buzz around town. Like people are excited about it. Especially people, like I said, I kind of explained that before, but the people Magnum are kind of excited because it's almost like their own group of heroes that
Hmm.
they haven't really actually had a group of heroes that was like based out of Magnamar in this sort of way before. Their Rune Lords, like that group, kind of got their start in Sandpoint, even though they were in Magnamar for a little bit. Um, I mean, one of them was from in this timeline, going with the one that Secret ran is in the canon. So one of
Yeah.
them is from Magnamar, but because Nizzo is from Magnamar, but yeah, the so yeah, basically there's gonna be a big kind of like ceremony as well, and Sheila kind of explains to you guys beforehand as well, like how it's gonna work. Like we have the shrine. Um, you probably won't have to do much here. I've got several of this of the like several other spellcasters that are going to be kind of working with it. It's apparently going to be it's very arduous. It'll use up
Uh-huh.
all their spell slots. So
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's fine.
okay.
We'll
No
do the
problem.
important
Yeah,
things
yeah, yeah.
like speeches and stuff like that.
yes, yes. If you'd like to give a speech, then that'd be great.
Oh,
People at Magmar would
we're
love
like
it.
the speech giving group now, aren't we?
Um, I was planning. My husband was going to give a speech as well, and I believe the mayor was going to give a speech. But if you would like
Uh,
to also give some speeches as well, then it's your big day. So feel free to do so.
can I give it a speech about anything?
I will address the people.
Sure.
Oh,
I will not give a speech.
I mean, try to
Zodpon, what do you
try
want
to
to
be
talk about?
responsible with the limelight, but
We're
it's your
getting
day.
our own
So
TED talk.
yeah.
I want to tell you that chickens are dinosaurs.
Let me heal everyone. Go ahead and heal yourself up if you haven't already.
Oh
Nice
yeah.
rest button and all that stuff.
Where's that button again? Is that on the summary? Yeah.
There we go. There we go. I
Just
see.
because I will put my greater health on. You never know when fishy shit's gonna
Wait,
happen.
does Rosalina really only have 60 maximum hit points? That can't be right. Maybe it is.
No. I guess I just never update it. Where does it update? Because it hasn't been updating itself.
You can do it through let's see, if you go
She's a
to,
delicate rat.
Oh
if
my
we hit
god.
the edit item next to which and go over to details, you can adjust your hit points in there. Oh, that's why it says you only have 14 hit points. So just change that. That's just the base hit points.
Oh no.
So just add up all your numbers from Hero Lab.
Shit, Hero Lab doesn't break it down for me, does it?
Well, we can figure this out really easily. It's max for the first one, so 6 plus 14 times 4. That should be how much you have. So I can punch that into a calculator real quick because I'm really bad at arithmetic. Um, 56 plus 6, 62. So we just put 62 in there. That should make it correct there.
Then what
108.
about favored bonus?
Favored bonus. There should be a spot for that on here, I think. Oh, favorite class bonus down there. There's a section that says hit points, so we can put 15 in there. It just has 1 right now. See under
Wait, same
details.
tab?
Yep, it's just button lower on there. So you just edit that field that says 1 hit point
Hit points. Oh, there it is. Okay.
and put 15 in there. That should do it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I
And
never
then
really look at that anyways, but
so now it has you listed as 122 hit points, which
yeah,
looks a
that's
lot more
accurate.
reasonable. Okay. Like look, and I'm like,
No, I'm a
first I saw it
rat.
says
What'd you
60, and I'm like, oh,
expect?
I need to heal you, so I was gonna put plus like 500 like I did to everybody else, but
Oh.
that didn't look like they were at full health, and then I was like, oh yeah, it still says 60.
Let's see, 2d20 plus 15. I said 20, but I meant 10. All right, 19 temp.
Oh, because you're casting Greater False Life.
Yeah, and then before we do all this stuff, I'll also put mage armor on Silric.
Okay. Oh, let's see. We have some buffs on Silric that we should uncheck. Just haste as probably heroism, unless you're
Yeah,
casting heroism.
I'll do the 3 heroism. Well, I'll do 2. Who do I put a third one on?
Umbrellas, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Umbrellas doesn't have one on right now, but
On what?
You can have a
heroism.
heroism,
Why do I need heroism?
so you can be heroic.
Oh, all right.
I mean, if you want to give a speech,
What
gives you
what
bonus.
what is giving this heroism? Just you?
He's just casting it.
Oh, why don't you cast this on me more?
I don't know.
Limited spell slots, I guess.
More.
I mean, I started preparing 3.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I want more.
Should be able to just drag that from compendium and
I have to go buy like a potion of heroism or 2.
okay. Anything else you guys would like to do before we do the ceremony?
No, I think I'm good.
I'm good. I mean, I'll obviously have my bow with me and all my armor and everything. I have to look like an adventurer.
I mean, we could try to get some foresight and communer augury.
Yeah, so the day
anybody has any
before,
thought.
there's a meeting basically that's at the Heedmark Manor. So
All right.
it's there where you get to meet basically like the people I listed there before. The mayor, who you've probably never met before, but he's like, goes over and he's like, "Ah, I've heard so much about you." Like he kind of latches onto you guys and
Yeah.
uh, shakes everyone's hand and um, but yeah, Sheila at some point after you guys kind of go in there and mingle a bit and get to meet like it's mostly like most people that are there are either like pathfinders that are fairly high ranking pathfinders or um, influential people from Magnamar. But after a short amount of time, Sheila calls everyone to attention and says that she says, "Greetings, friends and associates, and thank you for agreeing to join the Sahedron Council. Tomorrow afternoon, we are going to gather atop the Eospan to perform the ritual of reforging. I'll give a short speech to introduce the council members, in particular the heroes who braved certain death to gather the shards of the Shattered Star, and they'll have a chance to regale the gathered crowd with tales of their adventures. Next, all 7 of the shards are going to be brought together and placed in the Sahedron Shrine. I've had my people haul it up out of the dungeons under the Crow. We'll need several spellcasters to help siphon magical energy into the shards. My research has indicated that once the Sahedron is reformed, there'll be some flashy lights and sounds, but that there should be nothing dangerous, or that there should be no
Flashing lights
dangerous,
and sound.
yes, but no dangerous discharge of magic. All the energies will be absorbed by the Sahedron itself in the process of reforging. I'd like the heroes themselves not to be involved in channeling magic into the Shattered Star, though, since if something does happen to go wrong, they're our best option to handle whatever develops. Once the Sahedron is reformed, I see no better option than appointing them the artifact's new keepers. If there's nothing more, I thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow upon the era span.
All right,
So
it's settled.
everybody gets some, claps and whatnot, and people go back to mingling. But that kind of settles all the pre-planning stuff.
Okay. Zobko wants to
Oh,
cast
actually, no.
augury.
When she does end that, after some pre-clapping,
Yeah.
I let people start actually uh, asking questions.
All right, ask
Um,
thy
so a whole
question.
bunch of people start asking questions like kind of at once, but she kind of slows it down and starts to kind of um, go in there. So some of them are like asking like, "Are you sure it should be like a big public thing, or shouldn't we like do this more behind closed doors?" Um, but Sheila and uh, like a couple of the people, like kind of especially like the other Pathfinders, were like, this should be perhaps done in Absalom in like, but Sheila and the Magnamarian, some of the Magnamarians faction, they're like, well, no, this should be public. This is a huge accomplishment for the city of Magnamar as well, not just the Pathfinder Society.
Yeah, I agree with doing it in public.
Okay, and
Mm.
they seem to like take your word on that as well as taking some weight on that as well, and ultimately it's a settle that okay, we are going to do it in public after all. All right. Anything else you guys want to do? Last call before the reforging festival.
Yes. Zobka wants to cast augury.
Okay.
And whoever Zobka is speaking to, you decide. I'm the plague domains, and he influences me, so I don't know. But is Zobka's caster level mine, or what Hero Lab's saying it's it?
Mm,
I think his is just 6, so...
it's probably whatever Hero Lab is saying, yeah, because he has that as like a racial spell like ability kind of, right? Like that's an imp thing that he gets, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so I
so I have a
roll.
76% chance to get a meaningful reply.
Yep.
Do you have a dice tower in this thing?
I don't think so, but
Okay, you can roll it
I can
for me
roll it. I
then.
can roll a GM roll.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
let's see. They
fine.
have a blind GM. Check the where it says public roll next to the dice roll thing.
Uh-huh.
Hit that and see what the options are there. Is there one that says like blind GM roll or
It
something
does
like
say
that?
blind GM. Let me do.
I think that might do it. Or private GM roll.
Okay,
Did
question
you
mark,
see
question.
that?
Okay, that works.
Okay, cool.
That
So you can
worked.
roll the
Okay.
percentage that way then. So yeah, I guess they do have a dice tower. It's just not. It's listed different.
Okay. So he's gonna ask if bad things will occur if we complete this Sahedron ritual. He's assuming so, but he wants to double check.
Sure. Okay. He is getting both wheel and woe, as in good
Oh.
and bad things will happen.
Oh, okay. All right. That's all I had. He can commune if anybody has any thoughts on that, but We're not entirely sure who he's commuting to, though.
Hmm.
I mean, he's a devil.
Yeah.
Probably.
So
It's probably some devil. It's probably like Asmodeus or
yeah.
Mephistopheles or someone. Those are the ones I'm most familiar with because obvious reasons. Hell's Rebels.
Yeah, if you guys got any ideas, then other than that, I think that we're ready.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, I'll set up all around the base of the Era span there as you guys head there. This is in the evening, but during the whole day, there's kind of a whole like party kind of happening there. There's shrines and or not shrines, like stalls and stuff like merchants selling stuff like commemorative, like trinkets and things like that. Um, Various entertainers as well. Like there's like musicians and whatnot there, like putting on shows and things. Like it's this huge kind of like party atmosphere there, including some of the stuff you see. You see like cheap dolls made in your guys' likeness. So like
Oh,
there's like a Jacelina doll and a silver doll. So he's made a Togbad plushie.
Togbad already has a plushie.
Hmm.
It must be very crudely made.
I didn't.
Dang.
I didn't give permission to use my likeness.
Yeah, these are all like bootleg. If you want, you can go over
Who's
there and shut
selling
some of
them?
these down. Numerous people, shady characters.
Shady characters? Alright, hold on, you guys. I have to do something real quick.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. You also see several stalls where they're selling fake sky metals. Basically, they're they're like little slivers of metal painted to look like various different parts of the shards, and wooden star toys that are threatened to bruise and batter more than one child over the forthcoming weeks.
Wait, what?
People are selling like imitation, like fake shattered star pieces, and like they're obviously like not purported to be like the actual shattered star, but they're supposed to be like replications that look sort of like them. Some of them are saying that theirs were um, contain shavings taken off of the shattered star's shards, which you guys are pretty sure is rubbish.
Okay. Interesting.
And it seems like this is a the very like this event's drawn like wide variety of different people. Like it's not just like a high class event where it's all like only the rich people here. Although there's obviously those people are here as well, but there's also like like, a lot of the common folk are here too. Seems like it's
Mm-hmm.
very popular, very busy right now. Like you don't think that everybody in town's here, but there's a lot of people here.
Alright.
Umbrella, you steal some of the dolls or something.
I'm not stealing the dolls.
Oh, okay, stealing the money from the dolls.
Um, I'm making sure that anything sold in my likeness, that a generous portion of it is going to the 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 orphans that I care about.
Okay.
That's where I want the money that my dolls make go.
Sure. Um, but yeah, so you can kind of see like partway up the era span here, and there's not much going on like further north of it. They have that area kind of like um
Oh, I also make sure that we have epilepsy warnings up because
yeah, because of all the
flashing
flashing lights
lights,
you heard about.
right?
Um, but yeah, a little bit it gets into the afternoon there, and they kind of like somebody kind of blows like a little horn, to like or whatever, like Magnemar's theme song, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
to try to get everyone's attention. And the mayor picks up and does like the first or well, actually Sheila gives the first speech. Um she says we're all here to celebrate the recovery of an ancient and powerful Thessalonian relic that should help us uh, for the upcoming dangers. I'm sure many of you remember the um, hearing about the danger that happened when the last time one of the ancient Thessalonian rune lords awoke from their um, stasis that they were trapped in. In fact, it was one of our very own who is not with us today, but um, who helped thwart that cause. But today, some people from our very own Magnamar and others, uh, the heroes of Magnamar, as you might know them, have recovered it, and we will have a speech from a couple other people here as well, including some of the heroes themselves. First off, I would like to introduce our Lord Mayor Sando Stolo. And, there's some like kind of lukewarm reception of that. Sando Stolo says,
Lukewarm reception.
yeah, he's not particularly popular with the most of the people,
Mm.
but uh, he stands up and he gives like this kind of like this is a great accomplishment for the city of Magnamar. It's I I'm very honored to have played a key part in this. And like he kind of like makes it sound like he like knows you. He's like, oh, they're my trusted friends and allies, and I couldn't be more proud of the work they've done. And I'm so glad that my advice was helpful.
This is a great day for Canada and therefore the world.
Yeah, something like that. Like he's acting kind of like he played a big part in it, even though you guys literally just met him last night. But yeah, he finishes it up saying like this is a great day for Magnamar and therefore the world. And next up, the next speech is kind of given by like the other one of the other Pathfinders as well. Says that this has been it's like when Sheila first told me that she was going to open a lodge in Varicia, I thought that it was pointless. I didn't realize that I've seen now through these findings that it was very wise of her, and these heroes, these pathfinders, have made the lodge proud. And would anybody else like to give a speech? They offer the podium to any of you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that people know what's up.
Okay. What do you tell the crowd of Magnamar?
Well, I tell them that uh, I never had any intentions of being a Pathfinder at first, that I grew up here on the streets, just like many disenfranchised youth. I had to steal and do unscrupulous things to get where I am, but through everything and through opportunity and good, what's the word for it? Good care. Good care, I became an adventurer. And in adventuring, I found a greater purpose, and that was to give back to the people who raised me. So when you look at an adventurer, don't just assume that there's some kind of tomb robber or out there for opportunity, but they're out there looking to make a difference. And it's my hope that this legendary artifact makes a difference for all of Magnemar. So when you see all of these shards coming together, we need to come together as its people.
Okay. Go ahead and roll either like a perform oratory or like a diplomacy check.
Oh
You
yeah, I
don't
got
have
your
that.
diplomacy.
Okay.
It's a big old diplomacy.
All right. People are very receptive, like receive that really well, and you get like a really positive response, like a lot of people cheering. Um, and that will impact your fame score, which might become relevant here soon. Would anybody else like to give a speech?
I was busy. What's the synopsis of this
So this is
festival?
just before it's celebrating the reconstruction of the Sahedron, um, of the Shattered Star, and right now people are giving speeches, and they're about to do the ritual that was going to recombine it. So, would you like to
Yeah, I
address
want
the
to give a
crowd?
speech about Lamash too.
Okay. What do you say about Lamashtu?
Um,
Uh-oh. Might be some damage control.
so I say that our group here today is we've been brought together because of Lamash too. If it wasn't for Lamash too, I wouldn't be standing here today. They took me in at my lowest and brought me up to my highest. And I point towards the direction of the like the
Yeah, the
church that's
shrine.
in town, the
Hmm.
the shrine that's in town, and say that if any of you are ever feeling at your lowest and that there's nothing that you can do, Lamash 2 accepts all people.
Okay.
This
Do you?
might be the moment where like Abrellis realizes that Lamashu is like a demon. As soon as I see like the public's reception to his speech.
Well, go ahead and roll. Do you have like a diplomacy or perform oratory
I
or a
got
skill like?
diplomacy.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. Okay. It's not quite as well received as Abrellis's, but yeah, you get like a little bit of like, I don't know, probably a warmer reception than normally you would expect from somebody like, espousing the virtues of Lamashtu. But yeah, like definitely there's like some murmuring, like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on? Like what was everybody
Yeah,
like
maybe
so miffed
maybe one of the
about?
people in the town's like Lamashtu is a demon, like a demon goddess, right? Like what? But yeah,
Maybe at that moment, like I realized that oh no, like
you're like thinking
I
back.
have to go and like usher Pilbo off the stage and tell them that like an adventurer and a hero can come from many, many walks of life.
Okay.
But he does
But
not speak for
Lamashtu's
all of our
doors are always
religions.
open.
And I pull Pilbo aside and I tell him, "Why did you ever tell me that Lamashtu is a demon?"
Demons don't save lives.
Well, sort of. An angel disguised as a demon did save lives.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think you should knock it until you try it.
I don't know, Pilbo. I'm feeling a little betrayed. But
I
now
don't
is
see
not
what
the
the
time
problem is.
to. We'll have a talk, but not right now.
I mean, Zobka's a demon. What's wrong with demons?
Zopka's actually a devil.
He might take offense to that.
He
Oh.
might actually. Like, I am not a
He's not
demon.
here.
I am not one of those chaotic, terrible things.
Nah, that's true. He's
We have
technically a
no
devil.
respect for society. no respect for order.
I just assumed that as a rat folk you were into like creepy looking things.
Does anybody else give a speech?
After that, no.
Does
I'm good.
Togbad give a speech?
I don't know, does he?
Togbad does not. He's if he had a little bit more charisma, he might. But even with the headband of charisma, he's only got 9 charisma. So yeah. All right. Well, that's it then. The ritual begins.
Okay.
So there are 7 different spellcasters that are most of them are people you don't really know, except that Karaya, surprisingly enough, is one of them because she technically is a spellcaster of high enough level to do this ritual, due to her ranger levels.
I can
Um,
UMD it.
maybe, but they asked you guys
Not to,
not
yeah.
to. Yeah. Um, but yeah, each one of them has one shrine, and they have it or one of the shards, and they set them in inset into the shrine that has like a spot for it. Um, and when they do, they do that and they expend they uh kind of all connect hands around it and like kind of do this sort of like they just focus on it, and you can see when they do a bunch of like you see like this a bunch of like kind of multicolored lights start kind
Couple
of
bright lights, yep.
yeah, the bright lights kind of like come out of them into the center of the shrine, and you can see like as it does, all 7 colors of the rainbow shine from each shard and then surge downward out of each spellcaster as their spell power ignites the latent spark of the shards. There's a low rumbling that begins and a higher pitched buzzing sound as if from a cloud of bees. And as they intensify, they become almost too
Bees!
yeah, they become almost too painful to bear. Um, and people kind of like you kind of feel like a wave of unease spreading through the crowd. But the sound culminates, and there's a loud kind of thunder. Like a loud boom happens, and a beam of light arches up into the sky from the Sahedron shrine, piercing the clouds above. A moment later, the the spellcasters that have just done this ritual stagger back, fatigued but otherwise unharmed, and the Sahedron rises up into the sky and hovers a foot above the ground. And it's just sitting there kind of bobbing slowly up and down. And as it does, it's kind of like, like a breath of silence, like a for like a moment, and then an eruption of applause and triumph.
Yeah, we did something.
Sheila nods towards you guys and indicates, kind of does like a waving motion towards you guys for one of you to maybe pick it up or something.
Alright, I'm gonna go pick it up.
Okay. So this is a extremely absurdly powerful artifact. I'm going to put it in the party sheet, but let me see if I can find it here real quick. I believe it's in wondrous items. Maybe it's not in wondrous items. Maybe it's in magic items. But yeah, it does a whole lot of different things, and each time it's equipped to somebody, it has like 7 different modes, one for each of the different um, things, one of each of the different virtues. Because this one, unlike the Rune Lords, the Emperor Shin was founded on 7 virtues, not 7 sins.
Interesting.
Do they not have it on? Oh, it's in artifacts. Duh. It's
It's an
Hadron.
artifact, so it's in artifacts.
It's got so many. it's got such a absurdly long thing of text that hold up, where's the party? I'm gonna drop it in the loot sheet. Loot sheet. There it is. It's the Sahedron. So it's a 7-pointed star, symbolizes the power of Thessalonian magic. I think this text on here might have some like spoiler stuff actually, so maybe I shouldn't be throwing this in here. But anyway, I'm not gonna worry about it too much though. But yeah, basically the way this works is it was actually designed to not be used by a lone individual, but by a group that works together towards a common goal and whose members trust each other enough to effortlessly pass control of the powerful item between themselves swiftly and without a second thought. Um, once it's activated, it glows with a warm yellow light that sheds illumination as if via a daylight spell. So in order to activate, you just touch it. So if Abrellis is the one that walks up, when Abrellis touches it, it activates
Yeah,
and
I did.
immediately rises up in the air behind the person's head like a halo and floats along behind them wherever they go, even teleporting along with them. Um,
Right.
Although it's not in physical contact with the user, it is always treated as if it were an attended object being held or carried for purposes of like AoE spells and things like that. Um, it immediately implants a knowledge of its powers and how to activate them. Uh, Whoops, somebody did something with it, and I think it closed it on me. But yeah, basically it has 7 different modes, and when you first activate it, you get to pick one of the modes. Um, and the modes are Charity, which is a +4 insight bonus to AC, and Dimensional Anchor as a spell-like ability. Um, and it's opposed by Kindness and Temperance. What this means is that if you keep it on yourself, you cannot move it to Kindness or Temperance directly because you can switch
Right,
your
because
bonus
they're
in every round.
opposing. Yeah.
hmm Generosity, which is a +4 insight bonus on attack rolls, and B shape 2 is a spell like ability, opposed by humility and love. Humility is a +8 insight bonus on skill checks, and greater invisibility is a spell like ability. Um, Kindness is a +4 insight bonus on weapon damage, and ice storm is a spell like ability. Um, Charity, or whoops, love is a +8 insight bonus on initiative checks. So there you go. There's your initiative bonus
Hmm.
if you want to have that on the love uh, mode. And it gives you charm monster as a spell like ability. Temperance is fast healing 10, which by the way, it has fast healing already, even if you don't have it on temperance, but it boosted up to fast healing 10, and fear is a spell like ability. And Zeal is a +8 insight bonus on concentration and caster level checks, and Dimension Door is a spell like ability. So that one's really, really good too. Um, Probably a couple of these are better than others, but the other thing it does is that let's see. The current user can cause the artifact to instantaneously transfer itself to another willing creature within 120 feet. When you do that, that uses like I think it's it's an immediate action you can do that can only be done once any single round of combat. So like you can't pop it around to like the whole party
Yeah.
every like you can't just go down
It
the
has to go to
initiative
one
order.
person.
One person for that round. But it is the nice thing there is when you do transfer to someone, they can pick any of the modes, even if it's an opposed mode, and swap it to that immediately.
Uh-huh.
In addition to those bonuses that I listed off for the mode, it also gives a +2 insight bonus on all saving throws when it transfers over for 1 round. Heals any creature that you move it to automatically for 2d8 plus 10 points of damage. And you can put this bonus on there before, like when a saving throw is called, but before it's actually rolled. You can do that as well. Um, and I think it has like fast healing. Oh yeah, yeah. So also have you even if like you have the one that gives you fast healing 10, even if you don't have it in that mode, it has fast healing 5 by default.
Yeah.
+2 insight bonus on AC and reflex saves, and prevents the user from ever being surprised or flat-footed. And up to once per day, the sea drink can target its wearer with true resurrection the instant they are slain. You don't need to activate the
Sounds
power;
good.
that just happens automatically. So yeah, this is an absurdly powerful artifact, and
It
you guys
does
are gonna
sound very, very powerful.
have it uh for book 6.
What the
So
fuck are we gonna be facing if this is what we're getting?
something sufficiently
Yeah.
powerful.
And as this happens, as it like goes in behind, and maybe Abrellis looks towards the crowd, and Sheila says that one better than it, and as she says that, something happens. Um, so yeah, she's about to say like that one better than expected, but she's interrupted as everyone can roll a perception check. Maybe some of you guys notice this
Oh,
before
okay.
she
Yeah,
does.
yeah. Dice. We have those. Huh.
Yeah,
There's
we
gonna
have it.
be some like
Eh,
demon lord telling us something.
it's Sortion. Let's go.
Could be Sortion.
Could be.
I'm Sortion.
No, I'm Sortion.
All right. Everyone that's rolled so far,
Was
notices.
a perception? Hold on, let
Yeah,
me roll that.
I think you'll auto pass the perception. Actually, I think everyone that well, Rosalina wouldn't auto pass, but she rolled high, so she notices.
Because I don't have my whatchamacallit favorite terrain going right now. Okay. Still pretty high though.
Yeah. So you notice off in the horizon, everyone that rolled above a 20 sees this. So, um, notices a strange darkening in the sky to the west as a mass of dark clouds forms over the angry sea below. An instant later, so you guys kind of notice that before it happens. Does anybody do anything when they see like this the dark clouds kind of forming and over in
Dark
the
clouds
horizon?
forming.
And like, yeah, it looks like there's like a storm that just has instantly kind of formed, and it definitely looks unnatural.
Storm.
Hmm.
I don't know. I
I
asked
start
Togbag to
naysaying,
lift me up
Doom!
so I
They
can get a
brought
better
Doom to
look.
us all!
He says okay, but then it's before he gets a chance to do that, he starts moving over. The ground starts shaking as an
Oh, no.
earthquake hits,
Uh-oh.
and the Earthspan begins to vibrate and hum with a thunderously low drone. Um, as it's happening as well, the Thessalonian monument, uh, the monuments within Magnamar also seem to um, resonate with the power as well. And there's like a kind of the shaking actually, and the humming kind of continues for like a full minute. And as it's happening, um, like Togbad kind of tries to walk over towards you, but he actually like falls prone from the
Oh god damn it! I'm gonna help him up.
yeah. And it's you're able to move through it because it's let's see, I think there's a check that it says you can make to be able to move normally. But
If it requires acrobatics, then I'm pretty sure I can do it.
mhm. What does it say it needs? It needs a I guess technically it's a reflex save, but
Oh, it's reflex. Oh, I can do that. Here you go.
yeah, it's a pretty low DC actually. It's only a DC 10.
Yeah, I passed that easily.
But yeah, so Togbad gets back up, uh, and despite the rumbling in there, he lets you like climb up on his shoulders and try to get a better look. But yeah, the earthquake stops. But yeah, you'd still see that weird formation at the out in the distance. Um, and as that happens, like shortly after that happens, a giant spider-like monster crawls out from under the
A
earth. And
giant spider-like monster?
yep,
How
crawl.
giant are we talking?
We are talking huge,
Okay, so like
bigger
the
than
size of a
Togbad.
house,
We
but
Hmm.
fighting
not like
Pennywise?
colossal. Yeah, it's Pennywise. Came out from the sewer.
And that's kind of where we're gonna end it. We'll pick up that combat. You guys will have the Shattered Star, so
No, no, we have the Hedron now.
the
Yay!
Shahedra now. It's no longer
No
it's
Sahedron.
the
longer shattered.
unshattered star. Currently, Abrellis has it. I don't know what mode. Probably have it on the initiative mode. I'm gonna guess to start out. But um, but yeah. So gonna play around with that in the first combat against this giant
Yeah, I'm gonna set it to
spider-like
love so I get
aberration.
my +8 initiative bonus.
Yeah, and I think you can swap its mode for free if you keep it on yourself
Yeah.
once around,
Does
as long
that
as you don't
affect
get.
everybody or just
So it's just the
It only
person
affects the
wearing it,
person wearing it,
but
but we
you
could
can.
transfer it as an immediate action.
Mhm. And you're encouraged to do so because
yeah.
it gives you a bonus every time it transfers. Like it immediately heals them, immediately gives them like bonus to their saves for 1 round, and yeah, and it has fast healing 5 for whoever currently wearing it as well, or fast healing 10 if you pick the mode that has fast healing, increased fast healing. But also gives you spell like abilities that are at will. So like one of the modes gives you at will dimension door, which is pretty absurd.
Yeah.
But there's some other good ones as well. So I mean, it's a really powerful item. I'll post the text probably in Discord as well if some of you guys want
Yeah,
to
that would be helpful.
look through it.
This would be a really fun item to like make like a I don't know, like a some kind of tchotchke, like at a like a in-person table.
What do you mean? Like
You like take like cardboard and
oh
like
yeah,
put
and
it onto
actually
a thing that turns, and you're like, here's yours, like turn it.
yeah, hand it around the table.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be cool actually if like it was an in-person group. Maybe I'm not really very artsy and crafts type of person, so I probably wouldn't do it myself. But
Just make it in a Rubik's
I've
Cube.
had I've had
Yeah.
GMs before that I played with in in-person groups that had like that were like that, and they would make you like these little props that were kind of cool. Like
yeah, a prop would be cool.
yeah,
Well, at least I get to keep my initiative bonus and more.
yeah, you get a
And
better initiative bonus for this first round.
this
That's
item's not
cool.
bad. It's like the second best item we have.
This is not the second best item we have.
It's like I don't know. It's
Pluto
almost as good
knows.
as the freedom of movement
It's
ring.
almost as good as the Ring of Freedom of Movement. Exactly.
I don't know. Having a what was it? Once a day
You
resurrection,
resurrect. But you don't need to be resurrected if you can move freely.
I guess. Yeah, this item when I was like first reading, I was like, good lord, this thing is.
Someone wanted to just make a ridiculous item.
You're like, yeah, we'll just. I think I mean, I guess they're just giving it to you for book 6, so but I think what's really funny is I think this you get this in there's one other AP that you get this in as well because
What?
you get to use it in um my understanding is I think you get to use it in the end of Return of the Rune Lords because Return of the Rune Lords lets you pull back like it pulls back all the stuff from Rise of the Rune Lords and Shattered Star because it's like the sequel to
Yeah,
these two
the
things.
Hedron would be around.
Yeah, so I think like not only do you get to use the Sahedrin, but they have an option later in the game where they're like, if you want to bring in your character from Rise of the Rune Lords or from Shattered Star instead of the PC you started this AP
Yeah,
with, like you can do it at this point. Like it's
that's cool.
during like book 5 or book 6. I think it might be book. I'm not sure because Rise of the or Return of the Rune Lords is one of the few APs that goes to level 20. But
Yeah,
yeah, we could theoretically run that next too, but I was probably gonna run a homebrew game after this.
yep.
But could run that one as well. I wouldn't be
All
opposed to
right,
it.
well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly shopping and upkeep stuff, but
Yeah,
got a little bit in
the
there.
usual at the beginning
Uh,
of a book.
yeah, we're right at the beginning of book 6 now. The next session, like I said, it's going to be on a Friday instead, so we'll be on the 8th. sound like everybody
Yeah.
was on board for that, so
Yeah, I think I can
I'm
Yeah,
agree with
I'm
Yes.
just
that.
gonna need reminder.
I will make sure I post reminders, yeah. So, yep. So, yep, I had fun as well. So, hopefully I'll see you guys then.
All right, good night.
And
Any
yep. Good night, any of you guys that have to work tonight. For another week and like 3 days or so.
Yeah, it must feel good.
It does. And I got my final check from FedEx, which was like
A huge
$4,000.
amount, yeah.
Yeah. It was
All right,
like
good night, everybody.
a month